Big Ray in the house again. What kind of meat are you snacking on tonight? Did you already eat your meat tonight, or what do you got?
Yeah, I got nothing right now.
Right now. So there might be some meat. You can eat my meat, Ray. Everybody, welcome into the Sunday recap show. Filling up for the usual man. Mike's Story is always the Sunday and Monday recap guy. We got Big Ray, who is the swingman of swingman. He is a sixth man of the year that also could win MVP. We never had a sixth man in the NBA win MVP, but you're right on the cusp there, buddy.
I appreciate it, man. That's what I'm here to please.
You're killing it. You're killing it. CK says, boys, I went 4-0. We were just talking about fantasy. I think I might have had my best football day I've ever had. I went 7-0 on the show and beating the odds. I went 20. I think I'm going to go 20-4 in fantasy, or 21-3, or maybe 19-5, something like that. It's really good. In a lot of pivotal, I have a lot of 5-4 teams that needed to win. Won a bunch of money gambling, and then the show. I don't care about winning the money. I care about giving the information to the people. And I'll tell you a quick story about how it started with Justin Fields. So at 4:00 in the morning after our long 4-hour stream last night, hopefully you guys check that one out. I know a lot of you guys are here. I was looking at Justin Fields, and his rushing total was 37 yards, but I was so worried about him getting benched in the second half. I'm like, I'm not touching that. So I look at his first quarter rushing yards of 6.5, which is insanely low, Ray. And then first half was 17.5. And I was like, that's also really low. I know he's not getting benched in the first half. So I sent a message in the Discord and also put it on the video, adding that to beating the odds. I had 4 plays, Ted McMillan, all the guys, and I added both those plays. So I doubled down on Justin Fields. So I was like, if the Jets get the ball first, I'm definitely winning that bet. He needs 7 yards rushing. Of course, Cleveland gets the opening toss and gets the ball. I'm like, all right, whatever. He'll get 2 possessions. They have 2 return touchdowns, not 1, but 2. So he runs 3 plays, and there's 1:20 left, and they get the ball. It's like 1:30 left. So essentially like 2 running plays. They can play 3 plays with the clock running. They run to Breece Hall, and then it's 3rd and 13. They have a false start. I'm like, this is it. There was like 4 seconds left in the half, or in the quarter. I need 7 yards rushing. He has a fucking 9-yard rush. Gets the bet, ends up with 19 yards in the first half. So I win both those. Go 4 on my other bets. Tonight, bet Kamani Badal over 10 yards receiving. Has 1 reception that was borderline a fucking rush. It was a lateral pass, 13 yards. Win that bet when I should have done his total yards because he crushed. 7-0, baby. Beating the odds. We are back. I was like 7-10 my last 17 picks. Really kind of hemorrhaging some money and losing money to some of you guys that just jumped on. But 7-0, baby, on a Sunday. That's fucking huge. That's hard to do, man. That's hard to do.
Yeah, good work, man. Good work.
So let's get into these games. This game we just watched, another gambling thing. Ray, I don't know if you weren't coming on as much when I was having the Ravens thing. My Ravens, like all my tickets for Ravens win the Super Bowl at 25-1. I was telling everyone, Story has it. I have like $300 on the Ravens to win the Super Bowl at like 20-1, 22-1, and 25-1. Mm-hmm. And the Steelers are dead. We watched that game tonight. The Steelers are dead, right?
I mean, they're not dead, but they're not going to be doing it. Like they still could make the playoffs, but like they do, they're going to be the most middling BS team. So it's like, in reality, like, yes, they're done. Because like
they're going to get smoked by the Ravens when they play the Ravens, dude.
You would think. I mean, football is a finicky sport, clearly, but right now the trend is leaning that way. Especially when they showed the graphic of them being 5-3, and the Ravens 4-5, and then they got blown out today. I was just like, So I guess it didn't matter because that division's dumb.
The next 2 weeks for the Ravens are at Cleveland and at home against the Jets. So like the Ravens are going to be 6-5. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they're going to have the lead when they actually face them. And just in general, the AFC is taking a step back. Now the Chargers look good tonight, but their O-line's beat up. Broncos won, but they kind of look fraudulent. And then we have the Bills losing to the Dolphins, bro. After that, how good they looked against the Chiefs. And then that's almost like an indictment on the Chiefs a little bit, because I know each game is different, but like they got pretty handily beat by the Bills. Mahomes had a 44% completion rate, and you just had the Bills losing, like, not like by 3 points. So the Dolphins beat their ass today, right? What was that about? Like, would you in a million years think that they would lose to the Dolphins?
Well, if this is to anybody, to answer your question, in my high school league that I've been doing since 2006, I have Josh Allen, and Bengals bye week because I had Jamar Chase, so I had to start Khalil Shakir, and then I have Kincaid or Dallas Goedert. So I just went for, because also my buddy I went against had JT, but we have a huge bonus points in that league, so he got 59 points in that league.
Yeah, JT.
But it's funny because right now, because of course it was Godarzi. He called me at 10:15 this morning. I was like, dude, I'm just waking up. Can you please go fuck yourself? calling. We're talking about a buddy of ours. He was calling me at 10:15 this morning just to start gloating about JT kicking my ass. Well, right now, he's projected 155 and I'm projected 168. Oops.
Ooh.
And that's because I had Henderson.
Handy. Yeah, finally.
About time. Kyrie had a good game, and Olave.
Yeah, Olave, baby.
Loving it, dude. Like I think what we thought, like that he's gonna get all the targets, and they may not be great targets, but that means if he gets 10 to 15 targets a game, we should hope half of those will be good. So it's at least 5 catches a game, and he's a deep threat. And then also Seattle's defense, bro. Fucking A, man. I'm so
we'll
glad.
talk about Seattle in a second, but
yeah.
JT, bro. So JT
all-time run right now, man.
We were both really high on JT, but I tend to overreact to the scoring a lot in PPR. I faded him a little bit. As you know, I have him in both the leagues I'm in with you. And then I have him in 3 home leagues, which 2 of them are half PPR. And in all my Fantrax full PPR leagues, dude, I was taking Chase Brown and A-Chain and obviously Saquon, but a lot of guys over him.
Whoa. Those first 2 names you actually took over him, huh?
Well, yeah, dude. Chase Brown was going top 15 in PPR. I'm not saying I was wrong. Obviously wrong. And then Joe Burrow obviously killed that. But it was a bad pick, even if Joe Burrow was healthy and they put up the record-breaking numbers. Like Jonathan Taylor's an elite running back, and he gets the elite usage. The usage we're seeing right now. But
right.
So today I looked. I didn't look who I was facing. It was an early game, and I'm like, yeah, I'm probably I have JT in 3 leagues out of 25. So it's rare I face a guy more than I have when I have 3 shares. I was against him 6 times this morning, and I'm just watching the game, and it's hard. I want to cheer for him, but all my home leagues I'm 7-1, right? So it's I don't need the wins, and all the leagues I'm against him I'm 5-4, and I'm just watching. And then the last run, I'm like, dude, he put up a 50 fucking burger, and I end up coming back like you did in a lot of these leagues. But that's a kind of a lesson that it's one game, one player is not enough to sink your team, especially if you're playing a 3 receiver in a flex league, PPR. It's going to take 180 points. That's only 50 of them. Now, it takes maybe a couple injuries on the other side or some duds like a DJ Moore, for instance. Or you need to have a Travion Henderson or something. So dude, Travion Henderson, finally.
Real quick, I can't remember a team where their wide receiver 1 and 2, both of them back-to-back weeks of 0 burgers on when they scored 24 and 47 points. That's the Bears for you, go figure.
It's a good sign, though. It is a good sign because they're not relying on one guy. And even Colson Loveland had a bad game until the end.
Hey,
he was stuck.
By the way, bear down. Caleb has that ice in his veins right now, man.
He does,
dude.
I will say this though. I'm going to say
I know he's not.
I also will. Yeah. We all know if Jackson Dart did not get hurt in that game, there's no way the Bears are winning. So it's a nice win. It was more.
I wouldn't say no way, but yeah,
it was more. We were probably not winning that game just because they needed a couple first downs. And Russell Wilson, he forgot how to play quarterback. The throw he made. You see the throwaway, dude? That was full retard, bro. He went full retard. You never go full retard.
Yeah.
And
I'm with you.
It's much more. It's good for Caleb. This is very encouraging for Caleb, but for the Bears, win's a win. I'm not taking away from a win.
Oh, their defense is
Giants
trash. Defense is trash.
Giants are not a good team, and Jackson Dart is a good dude. Jackson Dart's awesome. He's going to be a fantasy superhero as long as he stays healthy. When they get Neighbors back, remember what I said last night when someone asked about Jackson Dart it was Jackson Dart or who the hell was it? A really good quarterback. It was
not super good, but a lower end quarterback 1.
You know what I mean? It was the other guy that was the clear answer. It might have been Josh Allen, bro. And I was like, I'm only starting Jackson Dart if you get 20 points for a concussion. He got a concussion. Here we go. We got a super from Jason, my boy. If you guys didn't check out the show on Friday, Jason and
Jason?
we're
all great job, brother.
Hawks are dead, losing today to the Pats. Buffalo get their shit wrecked by the Finns, and the Bucks play the Bills next week with Josh Allen going to throw his schlong all over us. They're not dead. You're hurting. And the next thing is Ibuka looked healthy. He didn't look like he did pre-buy, right?
First off, what you said, yes, because I was looking at his numbers. He killed it. Then he got hurt, tried playing through the hurt, and then was out the bye week. Had one bad week coming back, and now he's killing it again. So Ibuka, I'm not worried about. But dude, Jason, I'm sorry, man. You're spoiled, bro. Like you are like acting as if the sky is falling on you, man. Welcome to being a Bears fan. Like, dude, you don't even understand, dude. Like, you guys have had some dumpy teams over the years, but dude, with Baker, you guys have a good team. Like, don't be freaking out. Like you guys will be
here's
okay.
the plus. Right, here's the plus. The division's over. You won the
Correct.
division.
Yeah,
And these games are meaningless. What matters to you guys is getting healthy. And Tez Johnson looks like that dude. Tez Johnson's that dude right now. And the Falcons losing that game. The Falcons played okay. The Falcons losing that game to the Colts. They should have won that game. The Falcons season's over. At least in terms, and they're not going to make the wild card either. So the Falcons season's over. The Bucs can literally win 9 or 10 games, and 9 games might win the division. That's the old school. That's what we come to expect from the NFC South, right? The last like 10 years.
It's going to be NFC South. Good. It's funny because it's the NFC South and the AFC North. Sometimes with the NFC East, like throughout the years, it seems like, you know what I mean. Like, and in the NFC West,
Ray, we forgot to mention that the Panthers lost to the Saints.
Dude. I know, bro. They go. So how is this? This is the NFL, man. How the fuck do they go into Green Bay and take shit on them? Like not really like badly, but they still win at their fucking.
They manhandled them, bro.
Yeah, and. Do you let New Orleans, dude? Like with what's his name? Tyler. I just say Tyler. Yeah, Tyler Shuck, bro. Tyler Suck, bro. He blows. Not as bad as Dalen Gabriel though. Dalen Gabriel is a whole nother level.
He's Wario, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that division's yours. So I'm not. I mean, The thing is, like, this doesn't affect your Super Bowl chances. Like now, the play is concerning, but Baker actually played better today. And that defense of Todd Bowles is fine. It's better than fine. It's an elite.
Well, dude, they don't have Bucky.
They're fine.
Wait till Bucky.
They might not have Bucky. They might not have Bucky, but Sean Tucker played well today. That's going to be a thing now. We got to talk about that.
You think Bucky's done for the year? Is that what you're insinuating?
Well, I don't think he's coming back next week. I'll say that.
That's not what I'm saying. You just said.
Then how many weeks are we going to go through this? How many weeks are we going to go through this?
I'm playing devil's advocate to you. You said don't worry about your record. You're want to get healthy. Well, I'm just saying. So the way you just said it, you made it sound like they're not getting them back.
I guess what I'm saying is Bucky might be fucked for fantasy. Like you might not get Bucky back to week 14. Unfortunately, and you trust him in the playoffs.
Unfortunately, at this point, I mean, in the league I have him in, I need to start him when he plays. But like, if I'm in one of our leagues that you're in with me, where we have good records in the top of the the rankings, I wouldn't play him right now. You know what I mean? Like, but as a player for actual football purposes, Jason, dude, you're gonna get Bucky back. You're gonna get you're gonna get Jalen McMillan back at some point. I'm just saying that could just be I wouldn't be freaking out as much as you are, man.
Seahawks defense helped me out, and that's a pickup I made because of Rob. The Seahawks defense, I have them in. I don't know. I want to say like
2 out of 4.
I have one league that is dude, defense is average about 40 points. You get kick return points. You get like a 3 and out. You get points for tackles for loss. Dude, you get so much, and they're averaging like 56 a game. And I drafted them everyone takes defense in like the 10th round. It's an IDP league. There's 20 rounds, and I took them in the second to last round because they had a tough matchup. I think they played the Rams week 1. Or the Niners. I think it was the Niners week 1. They played the Niners week 1. And everyone's like, oh, I can't, I want to take a defense I can start. I was like, I'm just going to roll with them. And I was really high on the Seahawks coming into the year, more so their defense, right? But, dude, like, that was a deja vu, the fumble 6. Like, Lawrence, like, dude, they're so aggressive, but they're, like, I've never seen a defense that's so aggressive, but also, like, so fundamentally sound, like, how remember Travion Diggs, like in like the Bland era with like the Cowboys where they were so aggressive, but they'd get torched on like every other play. They'd have a pick 6 and they give up a deep bomb. Like Seattle doesn't give up anything. They literally make you throw underneath and they force turnovers. It's like something I've never seen before. So I know a lot of people are saying pretenders. They're not pretenders, right? Like they have to be for real. I don't care about Sam Darnold. Like this defense.
Well, I would say first off, real quick, where did McDonald come from?
Where did he come from? I don't know.
Okay. Well, either way, I know he was a defensive coach. Like that, I know. Like when he got hired, like it was said that he was a defensive back, minded coach, and clearly it's showing its teeth right now. Because I mean, in the NFC at least, I don't see a scarier team right now, to be perfectly honest with you, man. Like,
you want to
because
play
here's
them in Seattle too? No.
it was real quick. I'm just and very quickly as quickly as Ray can do this. When you're looking for a contending team, is the quarterback good? Yes. Is he elite? I wouldn't say he's elite, but he's more than capable of taking care of business for what he's doing right now. Weapons with the run game and the pass game, check. Defense, double check. Their special teams doesn't seem so. I haven't watched them like a hawk to like understand complete their special teams, but it doesn't seem like they're trash by any means. They're above average.
Myers is a good kicker. They have a good kicker.
Right.
That's a big
I know. Yeah,
team.
Josh. Yeah, right. And then
home field advantage, check.
And then that's home field advantage. That was my last thing. It's like they check
the fucking man. They've always had it.
Yeah, they check all the boxes.
So,
like I'm saying in the NFC. But honestly, almost, man, I'm telling you, it's really almost seeming like it's going to shape up to be between the Eagles, the Bucks, the
Rams,
and the Seahawks for me.
The Lions
and the Lions. Those five, and those five, So it's like,
and which by the way, could bleed in there. Here's a parallel, real quick, Ray. Parallel for you, like the Colts are the AFC version of this. Right, yes. Where like Danny Dimes. The thing is, we've not seen this for a year, and we've seen this from a year and a half of Sam Darnold now. Outside of those 2 games at the end of the season last year, we've seen this for 8 games of Daniel Jones. And the year he had 3 years ago with the Giants was nice. It wasn't like what Sam Darnold's doing. And I believe in the Seahawks team so much more than the Colts team. I know the Colts will lose in the playoffs. I guarantee you they will lose 35 to fucking 17, bro. And Danny Dimes will have 3 turnovers. I see it. I can just literally visualize the game in my head.
Well, here's the problem: is that like as much as Danny Dimes has been a renaissance with his career right now, which it is even like today, like he didn't have a great game. But here's the thing: is that you're not wrong, because it's funny that I think it was Friday or Saturday there was a major report that came out that said that the Indianapolis Colts believe in Danny Dimes being a franchise quarterback, and again, that's why the NFL is so finicky, because I don't know how old everybody who's in this chat, I don't know how old you are, but if you're old enough to remember football back when the Bears went to the Super Bowl, if you remember that time, I know Rob will know 100% when I say this, Rex Grossman was a leading MVP candidate after September. So I'm just saying that, like, to Rob's point, people in the NFL, they go through mega stretches of unreal play, and then their true selves start to come back to earth and show them true selves. And unfortunately, it's starting to seem that way with Danny Dimes at this moment. I don't want that to happen because I have stock in him, but it's seeming like that they're going to start just always leaning on the superstar in the league right now, in JT, and let him do his thing, and then Danny Dimes being the complementary piece compared to in the beginning, those first 8 games. It's sort of saying it was like the offense, I would say the pass attack and the run attack were more even, but now it's seeming like the pass attack is really coming down because Danny Dimes is showing his true colors. So now JT is going to have to be really taking over. And if you take away the run in the playoffs, then it's going to become the Danny Dimes. And like you said, if he doesn't correct his mistakes that he's been making lately in the playoffs, they probably could be a very well one and done, or 1 win and that's it. Divisional round.
Do you trust the Seahawks running game in the playoffs is the question, because the passing game's elite, the defense is elite. We said the special team is good, the coaching is good. You trust the running game?
I do. Enough.
Yeah, baby. Kenneth Walker barely bailed me out there. They're looking better. We're gonna get to all your questions, guys. Keep on pounding them in here. We'll get to as many as we can. We like to start off with like 20 minutes of just me and Ray talking, or me and Story talking. And then we'll start doing it now. How about that?
All right, real quick. Titan Sally said you were born in 07. The Bears went to the Super Bowl in it was the season of 2006 going in 2007. So it was it was 2005, 2006, right? Yeah. It was 2000. Yeah, so 2006 February. That's when they went to the Super Bowl. So that's a long time ago now.
Got offered Gibbs, Ladd, and Garrett Wilson for Chase, Etienne, and Marks. I would take that as long as Garrett Wilson's fine. Even though I have no faith in Garrett Wilson like anything more than a wide receiver 3 right now, because they're not, as long as Justin Fields is playing quarterback there, I'm a big Fields guy, but it's fucking rough. Like rough riders. I want Gibbs and Ladd is awesome. Just so you know, Ray, I just got to say, not to take a victory lap, After week 4, I'm going to keep on mentioning it, man, because I had so many people yelling at me about the Quentin Johnson shit, and everyone saying Ladd McConkey sucks. And I said Ladd McConkey's still the alpha there. I hate Ladd McConkey. I have one share of Ladd McConkey because I thought he was going too high. And Ladd McConkey is about the only one. I said the same thing about Gatson, too. And I know it's only one bad game for Gatson, but this defense is back to being for real. They're a run-first team again. This is hardball football. There's not enough footballs to go around for Keenan Allen. The only guy that's going to eat is Ladd McConkey every week. He's a high-end wide receiver, too. And then everyone else is a flex option. And that's kind of what I said about Quentin Johnson. That's what I said about Gatson. They'll have big games. Gatson's fine because he's a tight end. But it's 3 catches for 18 yards. Yeah. So anyway, Gibbs, Ladd, and Garrett Wilson for Chase, Etienne, and Marks. I want Gibbs, Ladd, and Wilson, right?
I mean, I'm going to tell you this right now. Like, that I'm running to do that trade. I understand Garrett Wilson just got hurt again, so that might just be a wash. But right now, Gibbs is such a buy low right now. And by the way, are we talking Jamar Chase or
yeah,
right? Yeah, Jamar Chase. Yeah. So I mean, I would still do that though. Like, especially
Gibbs and Chase are close. Gibbs and Chase are close. Ladd and Etienne are close, and Garrett Wilson's just better than Marks. Like, as long as he's healthy. If he's hurt, he's going to IR and don't do the trade. But you just don't do it yet and see what you get from the news from Garrett Wilson. That's the key.
And we should find out pretty quickly with that, because his knee was the injury that he had a problem with, and he re-injured it. Right. So it's like, if it's going to be bad enough, because if it's going to be bad enough, I think they'll just say like screw it, you're done. You know what I mean? So
right.
Especially with that season, their season's done.
Does Kamani Vidal keep a spot in the lineup when Amarian comes back? Now, this kind of ties into what I was just saying about this team, that it's literally Ladd McConkey and Justin Herbert, the only ones you want to start. And now, like, Vidal, as long as Hampton's out, we're rocking Vidal as like a high-end RB2. But when Hampton comes back, like, he's also coming off an injury. Vidal looks so good. He's a perfect complement to Hampton. So they're both going to be like, it's going to be a fucking split. It's going to be a Seattle Seahawks situation, I feel like. And you're not going to want to trust either of these guys more than a flex option or a low-end RB2. What do you think? Are you going to give it back to Hampton?
Yeah, if he's healthy, I do. Just because you don't draft a dude in the first round. Come on, let's be real, bro.
Right. I'm talking. No, I know. Like, in the first 2 weeks, he's back.
You and Story talked about this the other day. Like, you're not going to trust him right out of the gates. So, okay. So right now, when is Hampton projected to come back? Is it really week 14 at this point?
13 probably at earliest, because they haven't activated him. You know what I mean? Like, so you got 14, you got to see how it goes. Then it's the first week you maybe think about starting him when you see how it shakes down is the first week of the fantasy playoffs.
Yeah. So here's the thing is that honestly, it might not be coming like a no touch backfield, depending your depth. Of course, you're drafting Hampton when you did, like, unless you have a Trey Benson that's going to be coming back, you know what I mean, or something like that. You're not going to have a lot of great options, I'm sure, on your bench. So I would say when Hampton comes back, just if you have to choose one of them, just go with Vidal, just because he's already going to have the established, game in that, in their scheme. But we'll just say the first game Hampton comes back and it's a 50-50 split. I would just go Hampton from there on out, because at that point they're going to give him the ball. So it like you said, it's a wait and see. But right now, Vidal, he does have value. He has great value. And then when he comes back, it's really going to be a wait and see. First week back, I would go Vidal, and then just base it on what happens from there. Just use your discretion at that point.
100% Titan style. Yeah, you can flip one of your lower end RBs in Ladd for someone like London or Nico Collins. Those two, Nico, I mean, he's doing this with nothing. Can you believe the Texans won that game? 26 points to 0 in the fourth quarter. And here's the thing. The line was Jags plus 1.5. They didn't cover, bro. Like, regardless of the game, like, that's one of the worst pieces. That's worse. Remember the Rams blocked field goal attempt against the Eagles? Like, that was a bad beat for the line, because block return with no time. But like, fact they were up 26 points to a Davis Mills led offense. Dude, Trevor Lawrence, the Jags, that's their season. Get out of town.
I was about to say. So first off, Trevor Lawrence is trash. Like, he's not out of the league trash, but like the idea of him being a top 10, first off, top 5, top 10, top even 15 at this point, the dude is ranging from 16 to 32, more like 20 to 32. Like, it's sad because, again, he looked like a super stud when he came into college, but Now, here's the thing, though. Real quick, before we move on to him, would you be shocked if he left and was a reclamation project and another team that went to a good team as a backup?
Oh, he's more talented than these other guys we've seen.
That's
highly touted. Yes,
correct.
So
that's my prediction on that. Is that that's probably exactly what he'll be the next person, the next Baker Mayfield or whatever, going to a good team. Yeah, like the Steelers, for instance. Say a good coaching, good coaching staff or something. But yeah, dude, like the Jaguars are just terrible, and that was such a bad beat. Like, especially that pick six for a touchdown. I was at the the Nemix. I was at my buddy Mitch's place. He lives in South Elgin, and we were watching football today. When that happened, I was like, well, everybody who was going against or had Houston defense is screaming one way or another because
right. Well, I'm talking about the betting line. I'm talking about the betting line. That's such a good bet. Like, they crushed them. Jason has a comment for you. He says meat sweats. He's talking to you. You're meat sweats.
I know.
06. My dad bought me an Urlacher jersey when the Bears made the Super Bowl and Devin Hester's opening kickoff return touchdown. How I say this all the time. How he lost that game. I know how he did because Peyton Manning. But you get an opening return touchdown, which never happened in Super Bowl history. You also intercept Peyton Manning on the first drive. And you get the ball on like the 40-yard line, their 40-yard line, and we end up losing by what was it, 17? Like, obviously we were a fraud. That's the worry you could say with a team like the Seahawks. But I'm sorry, Sam Darnold's much better than Rex Grossman.
That team was not a fraud. You can go fuck yourself for saying that. That was literally some really shitty fucking plays by Daniel Manning. Again, are you kidding? That Daniel Manning shitty blown coverage against Reggie Wayne. That changed the game right then and there.
I don't mean fraud. I'm saying when you don't have a good quarterback, it shows. I'll take that back.
Yeah, thank you. All right, I'll take
it back. I'll take it back.
They weren't going to beat them, unfortunately. Now, if they had a fully healthy team with Tommy Harris and Mike Brown, that I would have a different argument. But we didn't.
Ray, were you a Cedric Benson or a Thomas Jones guy?
Thomas Jones.
Jones, the muscles.
Everybody in Seattle couldn't fucking hold Thomas Jones' jock strap.
Those muscles, bro. His fucking arms. Woo! Gets me all hot and bothered.
Dude, his eyes. One of my favorite runs, just real quick, like when Cedric Benson got drafted, we were like, ooh, we were so happy because, like, fourth overall, badass from Texas. And that dude would just run into a pile and get like 2 to 3 yards, 4 yards. Thomas Jones would run into a pile, realize it's a pile. Oh, everybody back to the pile. And then
back to the pile. Back to the pile. Jason, thank you. 3 supers already from Jason, funding the whole beer chugging operation. You got some drinks to chug if we get to that point? Ray always does. He does. Jason, a Patreon member. He is a professional fanatic on the
professional
Patreon.
Baller.
Still dropping fucking supers, coming on the show as a guest. Much appreciated, my homie. You're the fucking shit, my dude. If you want to join, I'm gonna put this picture up here just because I love putting it up here. Here's Big Ray. We love this. We love this picture.
You just love fucking with me, don't you?
Oh, I just love that picture. I just got a shout out to the Patreon members here. You guys are helping me out a lot. Keep the lights on here and keep the show going 7 days a week. If you're interested, man, in the description, helping me out. Also join the community Discord access. Fantasy football leagues. We're going to be doing a couple NFL fantasy playoff leagues. Get access to those. Be a guest on the show. This hat's we're wearing. Well, at least the hats I'm wearing. Ray will get his soon. Free merchandise, giveaways. Lot of good stuff here. Vote on show ideas. Get access to my bets. 7-0 today, Ray. Get early access to those so the lines don't change. And also you're just helping, support the channel. So that's kind of what we
appreciate.
We want.
We appreciate you guys. And honestly, I mean, here's the thing, guys. Like when you join the Discord and it's already happening. Like when you're in the chat and you just start building these little relationships, and then you get in the Discord, then you can just start just DMing people and then building that relationship even more, which I've been doing. And it's just like, it's fucking great. And plus, like I said, Rob's amazing that he broke it down. And it's not just one long chat. There are different chat breakdowns from betting lines, and bets, lineups, chat, everything. It's great.
Yeah, trade questions, start sit questions, gambling questions, general chat. I have a channel in there for a throwback clip of the day. And for those of you that are just newer to the channel, like we're talking shit from 5 years ago. GT says, first time, thank you, GT, again, a Patreon dude. Appreciate you. First time I've ever had nothing hit on a 6 leg. They should do something for this. Now, if
I'm sorry to laugh at you, GT. I'm sorry to laugh. It's just like that's happened to me more than once. It's not surprising.
If you're doing
it happens.
if you're doing touchdown parlays, you shouldn't get anything. But if you're doing like, let's say just player props at the normal value, like -110, right? All even odd bets, and you go.
I've done that.
They should give you like double your money because it's hard to do, right?
I've done that. But I've done it multiple. Not saying I've done it like a ton of times, but it's happened to me more than a handful of times where it's like I do, but 6, like 5, 6, 7 parlays, and then all of a sudden just dump, just like in fantasy, projected points were great, and then they dump and take a dump on your chest. So
shout out Mark. Shout out Mark, the #1 super fan, was in here all 4 hours. He's in every show all the time. Fucking love you, Mark. He said the Bengals won the last 2 games. They would be atop the AFC North, and they lost those games while scoring 40 points each game. And they would be, and they still have a chance. Honestly, like I almost like their chances better than the Steelers. Just
I was about to say
Aaron
that.
Rodgers, like gross, bro. It's not even him. Hey. Like look at what they're doing to DK Metcalf. He's getting triple covered, and they have no weapons. They didn't nick a trade at the deadline. What are you doing? You have Aaron Rodgers make a trade for like a playmaker.
Hey, it's called they took their gun, they loaded it, and shot it in their own foot when they traded George Pickens right to the fucking Cowboys. Now, if you had DK Metcalf with Pickens, wow. Yeah, exactly. Not as much as CeeDee Lamb and Pickens, but still a little more.
Exactly. Blake says almost as if Hendy could have been doing this the whole time if Vrabel would have used him. I'll say this about Hendy, just because we have to slander the counselor on here. And I don't know if I showed you the short that counselor had when McCaffrey had his one game that was like 7 points. He's like, dude, I told you, everyone's saying Christian McCaffrey's a shit. He sucks. Because he had one game under 10 points, #1 running back besides JT in fantasy. And he took a victory lap pretty much because he had one bad week saying don't draft CMC, which is the dumbest thing in the world. That's the dumbest thing in the world. Now he was all about Hendy. I could see him making a video be like, dude, I told you guys, Hendy is a league winner. When no offense, most people that drafted Hendy that aren't as smart as me and you and some of our listeners, if you drafted Hendy with his advice with a Marion Hampton and RJ Harvey and Ashton Genty in the first round, you're out of the playoffs.
First round.
Ashton Genty in the first round. He wanted to take it. He told
okay. I know he did say that. I thought you meant. You said those names. You said those names in the the first round. So I was like, wait a minute. I didn't. Could you see him making a video though, saying like victory lapping the Travion Henderson call? Which I don't care if he's the RB1 going forward. Like it'll be a fine call then, but it was too little, too late. He already did. That's it. He didn't make a reel, but he put on his story of like.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Was right. He was right. You were wrong, counselor, because it's not that Henderson's a bad player. It's just he's a rookie, and we don't know the usage of these guys. We don't. We know Jonathan Taylor's usage, baby. He's gonna get fucking 80 goddamn percent of the.
But dude, they don't like rookies, especially running backs. They always rise to the top. It's not something new. Yeah. This is a pretty average thing yearly. So I'm sorry for
usually it's earlier than this though, Ray. It's usually earlier than week.
No, I agree. But hey, honestly, man, I blame Mike Vrabel. Like I don't blame Henderson at all. Like. Like if he was a smart fucking guy, which he's not an idiot, but I just hate Ramon Stevenson. Like he's just not that good.
Right. He's a guy.
He's average. He's not bad. He's not below average. He's just
but he's also a fumbler. He's a fumbler.
Well, and that's another fucking thing. And I'll tell you right now, though, every time, as I told you, I was at my buddy's house watching football today. Every time when we were watching, because he had Red Zone and the Bears on 2 different things. Every time I saw Henderson going, I was like, Vrabel, eat your fucking heart out, you motherfucker. Fucking play this piece of shit, you bastard. Like
it was still though,
out,
like
dude.
For him to take a victory lap, it was a bad call.
Oh no.
You should never advise like third round for a rookie like that. Like Hampton made sense. We knew Hampton was gonna get the workload, at least some sort. We didn't know Henderson. We didn't know. Like Vrabel's notoriously anti-rookie. That's the bottom line, and we saw it.
I'll give you 2 things. One, you are right 1,000,000% about that, but at the same time, I would just say that I wouldn't have disagreed with taking him like maybe not as high as he said, but nonetheless like pretty high, like but like because here's the thing. In my eyes, when he was drafted, it's like okay, 2nd round home run hitter. They took him 39th overall, and you have Ramon Stevenson. Ramon Stevenson can suck my dong. But to your point, what you said. Like Vrabel is so old school Belichick coaching that like he will not play rookies at least right away out of the gate.
Caleb's down 9.9 with Saquon left. That should be cool, right? As long it's standard, you're probably still fine. If it's half PPR, you're totally fine, buddy.
Full PPR,
Blake
you're
says
fucking gold.
DJ Moore. Fucking DJ Moore. Shout out Blake, the media manager in the show, cooking up a lot of good stuff for me. Can't do it without you, buddy. Love you.
Love you, Brick.
DJ Moore, it's the same thing we just said. Roman Dunze 0 last, week 9. DJ Moore's fine. He's a wide receiver 3. Odunze's a low end wide receiver 2. The nice thing is Caleb looks good, right?
Real quick, Blake says Brick is that here's the thing is that when Ben Johnson came in, his first immediate press conference, he literally brought up, and it was a reason he brought it up. If you don't block, you ain't getting the rock. And DJ Moore has really taken that into like his game this year, because I want to tell you right now, like maybe Rob can tell you guys, like, and Rob again doesn't watch the Bears, is probably like, I know you watch the Bears, but nonetheless, so my point is that he didn't seem interested to block last year. There were a lot of times where like he just would just not give a shit. You know what I mean? But this year he is trying, and it's like that's just the cultural change that the Bears are in the middle of, that like we have been waiting for since Lovey, bro. Like literally since we were in high school, man. What the hell?
To DJ Moore's defense, he's always been a guy that's willing. Last year, I feel like he just checked out, which is not his character, but it was the coaching regime. It was getting rid of Fields. It was just he was not on board. Now he's on board, and better days are ahead for DJ Moore, because this offense, because the defense ain't stopping many people. let's be honest. So they're gonna have some dogfights in them, especially with games against the Packers and Lions. So shout
out CJ Gardner, bro. CJ Gardner Johnson, dude. What a fucking game today. Dog.
TB, do we chalk up the Bills' loss to it being a divisional game? Definitely a head scratcher.
Yes.
This is almost one of those. I want to say the reverse of, how people like look ahead, they look past, they overlook opponents because they look to the next game. This is almost the opposite, where that game with the Chiefs was so perfect, and that was their big game, and they came off that. Again, like the something about Mary thing. You don't nut.
Just strutting around.
They nutted. They had nothing left, and they overlooked the team. And I said on the show, I was like, sit James Cook, because you don't need James Cook to beat the Dolphins. Boy, was I wrong. And Josh Allen played sloppy. The defense, the problem is the defense. Screw the offense. The offenses have bad games. The defense got torched by Tua.
Dude,
that's the problem.
By the way, first off, that was awful for their defense. By the way, though, what the hell was the two Josh Allen plays that I could not believe he actually did, which I shouldn't say I can't believe he did, because he is prone to just doing superhero ball like Caleb likes to do, but like Josh Allen has been MVP and has had success. But my point is that interception in the red zone, bro, oh my God, was that awful. And then in that fourth down, when they did their own touch push, but they like to go like either like, pull to the right through the guard and tackle, or to the left to the guard and tackle. He went to the left and he broke it out. And then instead of just, he thought he was going to break off 3 guys and run for a touchdown, dude. Do you know what I'm talking about? And then like he just kept going, and then they of course popped it out. It was like,
I've never seen a quarterback sneak go for like 9 yards. Like it was like not a quarterback draw. It was like
that was almost like, I felt that was like 15, dude. Like,
yeah, dude. Like that's Josh Allen sometimes does too much. He sometimes does too much, and he didn't need to do that this game. But you know what? It's just one game. I'm not too worried about the Bills.
No,
maybe the Dolphins are frisky. Maybe they just fired their GM. Maybe they're frisky now. And I saw Mike McDaniel's post-game interview. He can't talk, bro. He has some kind of disorder.
He reminds me of
drugs. I don't know.
He reminds me of a modern day, like when I say modern day, like our age, Mark Trestman.
Yeah.
Awkward and
weird, awkward.
Awkward. He's smart. Like he's an actual intellectual, like good.
That's why he's a great. That's why he's a coordinator. He's a coordinator, not a head coach.
Correct.
How can he lead men that are almost his own age that are demand respect? Like that dude's a fucking little twig. Like, I don't care about his body type, but.
Well, and real quick, my favorite story about the Trestman era. Remember Jay Feely, the kicker?
Yeah.
He was a kicker for the Bears the last 6 weeks of Trestman's last year. So he's a complete unbiased partisan person to that whole team. He literally said it was the most awkward fucking thing listening to that guy talk in front of the entire team. Like nobody respected him, cared. And honestly, like, I feel like that's where the Dolphins are at. But to your point, I think there is a little spunk in them getting rid of the fucking shit-ass GM. Because, again, when you have a shit-ass GM and a leader, like a true leader, like, of course, the head coach is the everyday leader of the team. But when there's somebody, the boss's boss, and that guy is a complete jackass idiot, it's just hard for everybody to really, like try and want to come together when they know it's a whole.
They're not buying in. They're not buying in. Titan style up 25 with Saquon left. Opponent has Hurts. Smitty and Green Bay defense. Chance I win.
Bro, I'm
Maybe.
sorry. You're up 25 with Saquon? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
you
read
need
that wrong.
Saquon. You need
Yeah.
Saquon to have 2 touchdowns. That's what, 2 rushing touchdowns. You're fine. That's
So
the key.
basically, that I want to tell you right now, Titan. Here's going to be the difference. Who gets the rushing touchdowns that game? Who gets more? That's going to be the deciding factor. I'll just leave it at that. I mean, that's in my opinion, at least. Because if Saquon
real
gets
quick,
3, yeah, go on. I'm sorry.
we gotta try to just go a little quicker.
Yeah.
We are 30 minutes behind. It's probably not gonna be a 4-hour show tonight, boys. Blake says Pats are legit. Give me, where do you put them in the AFC? Just give me a number, like top 3, top 4, top 5, top 2.
For sure, top 5, and I would probably be leaning towards top 3 at the moment.
Pats or Colts?
Pats.
Same. Ron says
Quarterback.
that's the reason I drafted Henderson. Yeah, well, he had the Gibbs thing. We had the Gibbs thing, but like he'll be fine. And the problem is, would it surprise you, Ray, if when Stevenson comes back, it's at a 50-50? Like, it's gonna happen. I promise you. When and if he comes back. It's fucking Mike Vrabel, dude. I know it sucks, but I'm telling you it's gonna happen. So be prepared. Be prepared, guys. I'm just telling you, the guy fumbled like 3 times in a game, and then he's gonna get benched.
I'm gonna put it this way.
Jason again, funding this entire show.
He should not do that. No, I'm saying like that shouldn't happen, but again, wait and see. And Vrabel is a stubborn asshole, so Rob's probably not wrong. I don't want him to be wrong, really wrong, but he's not going to be wrong probably.
Now,
he's right.
If the injury lingers for 3 more weeks, and then Henderson does this 3 weeks in a row, 4 weeks in a row,
sure.
Then maybe we have a conversation. But if he comes back next week, I promise you, it's a 60-40 at best for Henderson being the lead. Jason McDaniels is like me sober on the streams. Brother needs some liquid courage. Jason, you were still awesome in the streams. Like, I think the perfect mode for you the first time, you were like, the first half hour, I feel like you were like that nice, like perfect drunk, and then you just kept on drinking and smoking a fuckload of cigarettes. So you probably got a little too hammered. And this last time you were totally sober. So I think between those two is that sweet spot. You know, that sweet buzz. That's what I like to always have in the show, that sweet buzz, where you just don't really feel it. And then afterwards, you're like, damn, I'm drunk, but you didn't feel it at the time. That's the good drunk, right, Ray?
Yeah, we got another. We got Dane Dimes, or we got another fucking Rass in here. It needs to be banned.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, no.
Mark on top of that.
But yeah, no, I'm with you though, man. Like, Jason, you were awesome, dude. Like, don't even worry about it, bro.
Yeah, you're fucking awesome, dude. Either way, they were both great. Even when you were sober, it was great. When you were drunk, it was entertaining as fuck. When you were sober, it was more informational. And you have so much. You're funny as shit, and you have so much like character to you that like you don't need to be drunk to like, you're nothing like Mike McDaniel, dude. That's the most selling short thing in the world. You know what I mean? Like, not at all. And Mike McDaniel's just a clown. So we love you, Jason. What a fucking guy.
Fuck yeah.
What a guy.
Fuck yeah.
All right,
baby.
we got May and Stafford plus 300 for MVP. JT in third at plus 500. Hey, man, because Josh Allen, you could pretty much wave bye-bye to that one. Mahomes, you could wave bye-bye to. Lamar's missed too many games. He can't come back to get that one. Baker's taking a step back. Jordan Love just doesn't look great. Jared Goff doesn't have those. He has those inconsistent games. So it's going to come down to Matt Stafford at this age winning MVP. And Drake May is a realistic shot. I think he was like 50-1 to start the year, right? Holy shit. And Bill Simmons, big Pats fan, put money on it just because he's a homer. And he's like, there's a chance. And everyone's just like, no. But like, hey, man, we were wrong. He was right. Even if he doesn't win, he was right. You know what I mean?
So right now, real quick, the top 3 picks of that draft, we'll rank the quarterbacks. Right now.
I'm
no.
One.
Yeah, go on.
Drake May 1.
Me too.
I'm gonna go. I still want to go Jaden 2. I'm gonna still go Jaden 2 and Caleb 3. Just because Jaden went to an NFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying? Until Caleb does that. Now, longevity wise, I'm really worried about Jaden Daniels. Not to mention he plays for that shitty franchise that's gonna do him wrong. That's the problem. But just in a vacuum, ability, player, talent. I'm going to put Jaden a little bit ahead of Caleb, and then Bo Nix would be 4th for me. And J.J. McCarthy's at like 9.
Yeah, dude.
I put Spencer Rattler ahead of J.J. McCarthy. He played okay. I'm just kidding.
No, dude, J.J. is really weird, bro. But you know what? First off, I'll just switch the Drake May's 1 for me, and I'm putting Caleb 2, Jaden Daniels 3, but it's not like a huge gap. It's a pretty close gap. And it's only because of like injury status, because Caleb has clearly shown that he has the clutch factor, which when you play quarterback, that is like, let's be real, dude. Like, we've never seen a quarterback do what he's doing for us right now.
Well, the Bears haven't. And here's the thing:
No,
recency bias is a thing, and it should be a thing. It should be a thing because Daniels hasn't played that well this year anyway.
Correct, but I'm saying, when I said we, I meant us as Bears fans. Like, we've never seen this shit. So,
Judkins or Travion rest of the season.
It's all going to depend on Stevenson's health. Like Rob said, if it's a lingering injury with the toe, it's going to be probably Travion. But let's just assume that it's not going to be a lingering. I would go Judkins for sure.
It's Judkins just because they're going to be better because they're going to bench that fucking Wario-looking dude. Dylan Gabriel's gone. So their offense can't be worse than this. And Judkins is still getting 20 touches a week, and he's a monster of a man. I'm not even a Judkins guy, but I can't. Well, his workload's guaranteed.
I say we're all about the opportunity, and that's opportunity. So that's the answer.
Blake, he definitely can. If he's talking about JT winning MVP, if he keeps putting up hat tricks, how can they? Yeah, if he keeps on, if he scores 30 total touchdowns, and especially when we see Danny Dimes, not the fall of him, but he's starting to look more like Danny Dimes, and he is clearly carrying this team. And it kind of shows that Danny Dimes' performance, I'm not saying it's all based on JT, but the defense has to respect that man. He is prime. This is the best he's ever looked, and he won a Triple Crown already, baby. He's just a man on a mission. He's awesome. I fucking love JT.
No, I mean, exactly right now.
Mark says, look at this quote. If the Colts keep winning and he gets 30 touchdowns, he can. That's about the truth.
I want to say this is real quick about this is that if Danny Dimes comes back to more the median of what he was doing before these last couple games and being like MVP level candidate, JT will get cooked. But from history and what we know about Danny Dimes, he's going to come back to the median of what he's doing right now. And the only way they're going to win those games is with JT. And if he continues, which I don't see why he wouldn't, like JT should be very well. And let's put it this way: if they get a top 2, if not the top fucking seed in that conference, he's going to win the MVP at that point.
Bears fan Parker Washington, baby. Now he could have had a better day. He had that 18-yard catch called back from a legal formation, but the punt return touchdown was nice. But yeah, 18 points will take from a spot start. Titan style. I think this is a little bit off. He says he's going to have to put up 2,500 yards and 40 touchdowns to get MVP. Not this year because all the quarterbacks have come back to the field. Now, if Drake May starts losing some games, what do we know about the quarterbacks? You have to win 12 games minimum. You have to win 12 games. And the list is growing thinner, and JT keeps on just getting thicker, if that makes sense. So it's unlikely, but obviously he's third in voting for a reason, and there's a point where he's going to force their hand, and they're going to have to vote for him if Drake May takes a step back and Matt Stafford misses 2 games or something with a back injury, right? Now it's JT's fucking award to lose, bro. And they will try to force that on him, right? They will, like, if it's close, they're going to go for it, even at the detriment of their team that he gets hurt. Because when a running back getting MVP is so unheard of now. And he is the heart and soul of that team. He has been for 6 years. So they're going to make him. You saw how they did that thing for Keenan Allen tonight to get him the catch at home. Like, they will do something like that for JT to get him a couple extra tutties.
So with me, this is one thing about the NFL that really does piss me the fuck off is that the MVP is just it's MVQ, most valuable quarterback. That's now the MVP. It really pisses me off because I'm serious. Like, there are always players that deserve allocations to this, especially running backs or receivers that just don't get shit because it's always the quarterback. Which I'm not going to sit here and say the quarterbacks don't deserve because quarterback, in my opinion, is the hardest position to play in all sports because you have to know literally everything inside out about everybody in your team and the other team to be successful, and also besides being smart, be talented. But it's one of those things that I don't know. I think they should just make a best quarterback. I don't know. They should change it up because it is just a quarterback. Thing, and that's why JT
college award. How they have a name for the different positions. That's what they need to do.
Yes.
Blake says, "What quarterback's more valuable than JT?" I think the only one that I can actually say with the letter of the law, what you're saying, is Drake May because that team's not great and they have a first-time head coach, not first time ever, but first time with that team head coach. A lot of young players. Real quick, Titan Style says Saquon should have got it last year, but wasn't close. Here's the difference, man, is that Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen had all-time seasons. All-time seasons. 44 touchdowns and 4 picks, right? Their teams both won like 13 games. You don't have that this year. That's the difference. Now, if it was this year and Saquon did that this year, he would have probably been the front runner. He would have actually been ahead of JT right? Because like the Eagles won more game. It would be close. It's the same situation, right?
It is the same situation, and that's the thing to where I know that's where JT does get a little more bump of the possibly winning it. But guys, I'm sorry, like the NFL doesn't give a shit about running backs anymore. Like it's not from the of when the NFL was founded, when football was founded back in God, when our great grandparents were alive, up until about the early 2000s. Like the running back is a they don't give a fuck about him, whether or not that's right or wrong. It is wrong because running backs are clearly, JT's showing it, very valuable, but the voters don't care. So he's just going to be against the ball on that.
So J Bob says Jalen Hurts stock continues to rise. Now that might be a dark horse to bet right now because Jalen Hurts' numbers now, they're not blowing. He doesn't throw any interceptions, and if they run the table for some reason, and he has his, he'll have his 11 or 12 rushing touchdowns. If he can get up to 25 passing touchdowns, and a couple guys come back to earth, and let's say JT misses a game or two, like again, it's gonna be hard for JT to win it. Jalen Hurts, I don't know what his number is. Look that up for me, J Bob. I'm sure you know it off the top of your head. Again, shout out J Bob on the show Friday. Big part of the show. Love you, J Bob. Yeah, that's a good call there.
Bob.
And then Blake has a good point. Saquon did not have the touchdowns last year to win it. That's the difference. What did he have? 16 touchdowns, 15 touchdowns? Good number. It ain't 30.
Yeah.
It ain't 30. So that's the thing.
And real quick, I was say real quick, dude, that I will say this, that if let's say JT hits that 30 touchdown echelon, which at this point there's no reason why he wouldn't. Like the last time we really saw that was when we were in high school with Sean Alexander and JT and then LT. Like, and then Priest Holmes as well before them. But he didn't even hit 30.
Sean Alexander, that was an all-time year for sure.
Oh yeah, and LT, that when he broke the record. I mean, that is the type of year right now we are talking with JT. So like, dude, to be honest, like just to throw some a little bit of cash on it, like why not?
Just the novel, you're right.
Yeah.
And also, here's the thing: JT's having game-winning runs. He's having moments, and the MVP a lot of times is summed up in moments, right? That's why like the quarterbacks get it because they're the ones, the catalysts of these big plays. And in this case, it's not Danny Dimes, it's JT. Overtime win, right? Overtime run. He had a couple other ones in like 3 minutes ago where he iced the game with like a badass 40-yard touchdown run. The one last week, the tightrope one. Like these are like all-time run, not all-time runs, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they're there.
But also MVPs, like I'm the big firm believer of an MVP. If you take that player out of the team, what does that team do without him?
Yeah, if you put Kenneth Gainwell on the Colts, no offense to Kenneth Gainwell, sorry, buddy. Max says, bro, I'm torn. I wish I played Hendy over Judkins, but I don't know who I'd rather have rest of the season. Well, I would have probably played Judkins over him too against the Jets. We didn't know that Henderson would actually get like 70% of the work or whatever he got today. So don't feel bad about that one, Max.
I mean, I don't know. I was must starting Henderson this week, but just because after his game last week,
a must start. The Jets traded their whole defense, bro. That was a good call. Danny Dimes had that lipstick on. You see his bloody mouth.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
Hey, OJ, Juwan Johnson was my free agent tight end this week. Let's go. I did talk about. I started Juwan Johnson in like 7 leagues. And I said this. I said I'd rather have Musgrave rest of the season, but I would definitely rather start at Juwan Johnson this week, just because the recent trade, the midweek trade of Rashid Shaheed, and like you knew he was going to get 8 targets. And dude, he's been good this year. I have been so many best balls. My best balls are poppy. I have Dowdle and Juwan John, and I had Kraft everywhere too, but just so many like late round guys that are popping. That's how you win these best balls. Is Alec Pierce worth starting every week, dude? Is he the number 1 there, Ray? Because he looks like he's on a trampoline. He always has had that. He had a 44-inch vertical jump coming out of Cincinnati. There's also a local kid. Alec Pierce is from I think Glenbard North, right here in Chicagoland. But he is, dude. He doesn't look like he's white. I'll say that. But Michael Pittman's good. Michael Pittman's the one there, I guess, and Tyler Warren might be the one there. But they're drawing up. Alec Pierce is no longer a sacrificial X receiver. Michael Pittman is running the full route tree with success, and you cannot guard the guy. You see the catch where he had to reach behind his body today on that crossing route? Like that's like Michael Pittman shit, and he's just so much more athletic. So who would you rather have rest of the season right now, Ray? Real quick, Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman, full PPR.
Michael Pittman, full PPR.
It's close though, right? It's a discussion.
No. Yeah, it's a discussion. Half PPR, I'm going Alec Pierce because you got that home run ability that he has. That's the one thing he's always shown. He is a deep ball threat, and that's what he's doing. So, and not like, and here's the thing, dude. Again, like that's the thing that's really annoying with any sport, like especially football. football is a man's sport, and it's a big mental sport that people don't really want to like talk about how much of a mental sport it is, because you have to really understand everything. And just Alec Pierce just might have been a slow learner or just whatever, but it's just a raw prospect, which I think he was. And here we are.
Yeah.
Like he might, what has he been in the league now? 3 years, but sometimes it takes a little while. Okay, well, either way, 3 to 4 years, but that happens, and here we are.
Give me a number. Where'd you rank RJ Harvey? Let's say that J.K. Dobbins I think he's fine. Let's say he lands on the IR. Where would you rank RJ Harvey full PPR running backs the rest of the year? Let's just say it's a seat, whatever. With no J.K. Dobbins those weeks, are you thinking top 15 for RJ Harvey?
I was gonna say 20 to 15 in there.
You want Judkins or Harvey in PPR rest of the season? If it was just Harvey there, that's a real tough one.
It is hard because we don't know what it looks like. We know what it looks like with Judkins. We just don't know what it looks like without, J.K. Dobbins and what they'll do with him. Now, here's the thing with R.J. Harvey so you would think that if J.K. Dobbins is out, Harvey would get maybe not as much run as J.K. or what Judkins does, but he's going to get the PPR production more with the receiving. Because that's what he's showing right now. He's a great, receiving back. So you add in the rushing. I would if it is a J.K. Dobbins IR situation, I'd probably say so hard. I mean,
RJ Harvey because he's on a better team.
Yeah, that and the PPR, the receiving upside is more there too.
Abyss Watchers, I see you just joined. He must be a new watcher. I'll answer your question. I can't click on it because I don't want to lose my spot in the chat. He says Laporta or Kincaid rest of the season. Now Kincaid's hurt. And even without Kincaid being hurt, it's Sam Laporta, bro. This offense is just getting its stride. He has inconsistent weeks, but Kincaid plays like 60% of the snaps, dude. And it's Sam Laporta, and it's not really that close. I love Dalton Kincaid. He's a tight end 1. Sam Laporta is a top 6 tight end. He's at like 6, but like he's a nice mix of floor and upside. He has a good of a chance as anyone to catch a touchdown besides Mark Andrews, probably. Like Mark Andrews catches a touchdown every goddamn game. But 100%, we want to go with Laporta.
What's the respect on Dallas Goedert's name? What the hell are you talking about?
I would rather have.
You just said touchdowns, and that's all Goddard's been doing this year.
Oh, right. But I'm also thinking historically. Kincaid, Goddard's not been a touchdown guy historically. That's all I'm saying. Historically. Jim Irsay is looking down from the heavens with his whale for the Colts. Rip Jim Irsay, you were a crazy bastard, but I like crazy bastards. Pill popping psycho, but you know what? Like it sucks you missed out. It sucks.
If anybody has anything bad to say about that man, besides him being dead, obviously rest in peace and God bless his soul. But the main point of bringing up is that from everything I've read, he was the leading and main factor to get Dan Schneider the fuck out of the NFL. So
that's a good point. CK says let's wager on who's the oldest in the stream/Discord. Yeah, that's a Discord question. And if you're not in the Discord, what are you doing? If you're not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? 7 nights a week on this shit, man. 20 plus hours on these, answering every single question, super chat or not. We're going to be a little delayed. I don't give you just yes or no answers. We go behind the box score here. Six or seven different guests in the show. So you're getting a lot of different takes, a lot of different information, not the same regurgitated bullshit you get everywhere else. Sports says losing faith in Pinheiro. Should I look elsewhere for a kicker? Yes, I think so, because he makes these kicks they're so close. Like it's like always on the edge. He barely gets it through the uprights. I mean, what do you think? You stick with him still because he's been so good?
Can you tell him why that I'm laughing about this question?
Because we're Bears fans.
Well, that just so explain to him. Yeah, just go ahead and tell him why. Fuck yeah, find another kicker.
He's not very good. I want Myers. I want Myers over him all day.
The Bears traded back like 6 years ago, a literal pick. It may not have been very high. It might have been a fucking 5th or 6th, but it doesn't matter. They traded a fucking pick for Pinheiro. He's from the Carolina, and he's talented enough to be in the league, but like he's just not very accurate. Like he's got a leg. That's about it. He's a shittier Cam Little.
Born in 1975. I didn't realize you were that old. Not that you're old, but like you're a young soul, my man. Scott, shout out Scott. He's a professional fanatic in the Patreon. How cooked am I? Down 5. He has Hurts and Dubs to play. I have Saquon and Jacobs. I think you're fine, bro. Again, Saquon can outscore Hurts, and Jacobs will outscore Dubs. Now you're down 5, which sucks. If you were up 5, I feel a lot better about this. I'll give you a 40% chance. Give me a number, Ray.
I will give you 3 things. Here's the easy deciding factors is that, again, who gets the rushing touchdowns between Hurts and Saquon, and if Romeo Doubs has one of those weird off games, I'm going to say off games where he goes off and he get 20 to 30 like weird spot. So if that happens, you're fucked. And then also just percentage, I'd still say you're probably pretty good. I'd say you're probably 60-40.
I asked you for the percentage, right?
So 60%.
Paradise Pool and Spa Service. So we want your services. Ray, we and Ray need a soak. You need a soak. You need a soak. Jerry, you're tense. You need a soak. That's the soak of the year. Rest of season, Tracy or Singletary and Charbonnet or Walker, non-PPR. So, man, Tracy and Singletary, that's just a mess, bro. Why was Singletary playing more than Tracy? Who do you want, Tiny Dancer or Charbonnet? I think it's Charbonnet again, man. He looks so good today. Like
he's getting the goal line work. He's getting the goal line work, man.
I know. So let's talk. We want Tracy still over Singletary. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole with Singletary.
No.
He's Devin Singletary. He's just a guy. And then I think in non-PPR it's Charbonnet. If it's full PPR, I want Walker.
Yep.
Do you agree?
Yep.
Scott made a trade today. I know I gave up a lot, but I'm stacked at running back. Still have Saquon, Jacobs, Genty, and Judkins. Holy fuck. But I traded Derrick Henry and T. Higgins for Ibuka and Shaheed. For your roster, like in a vacuum, I don't like the trade. But Ibuka is a fucking top 10 receiver, and Derrick Henry, they're just not using him, dude. Like they should. They will, but they haven't been. And I don't like the Shaheed thing, but T. Higgins, like you got cooked, but you don't need the running back. You should have got more. But Saquon, Jacobs, Genty, and Judkins, dude, you have to bench one of those guys, and now you have Ibuka to start. So I don't mind it for your team.
I'll just say this real quick. Rob loves Derrick Henry to death, so that's why he's not happy you trading him. But besides that, we'll just put this real quick. Like he said, Ibuka is killing it. And then all it takes, Thornton's hurt up in Seattle, and Cooper Kupp's always, injury prone. So with Thornton looking like a multi-week injury, at least a couple game injury, and then Kupp just being a dump in reality. I mean, I think Shaheed does have some good upside for the rest of the season as he gets more integrated. Who could honestly end up being a potential like wide receiver 3 for you, like a high end wide receiver 3, lone wide receiver 2. To get you, through the playoffs.
Quick thoughts on Marvin Harrison rest of season after today. He did catch a touchdown. He had 1 million. I think he had like 13 targets. That was a wild game. I'm coming out of this positive with Marvin Harrison the last 2 weeks, and Brissett's fine. You're good with him, like as like a wide receiver too, right?
Mm-hmm. So I would say that here's the clear difference. Look what he did with Kyler, and look what he's doing with Jacoby. I said this before. Jacoby may not be great. He's a professional quarterback, though. He's a bridge quarterback. He knows how to play football. Again, like with Joe Flacco to Jamar Chase. Joe Flacco is an old school, like, I'm going to my best player. That's, Trey McBride is better than Marvin Harrison Jr., but his best outside guy is Marvin Harrison Jr., and that's what he's doing. He's doing the smart thing.
Yeah, man. And, like, Jacoby Brissett showed me a lot in this game, more than he showed me against the Cowboys. Like literally, like the two fumbles wasn't his fault, and like that defense is the best defense in the NFL. They were behind the 8 ball. They got to pin their ears back. They have no running game with Trey Benson out.
And they're getting Trey Benson next week.
He's gonna battle. They're gonna battle. If Marvin Harrison, the problem with Marvin Harrison, he never gets more than 7 targets a game. Now he's getting 10, and he has elite touchdown upside. He scores a touchdown every other game he plays in the NFL. He has his whole career. So Marvin Harrison, I'm really happy about this one.
I left that Bricks comment. He said Kyrie at quarterback over Kyler.
But same player, right? Same player. And Mac Jones was better for the Jags weapons than Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence sucks. Jags coach is a good coach, but Lawrence, GT. Here we go. Here's our 5th one. Ray, you ready for a chugger?
Yeah. Give me a second. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get to another question. GT, thank you again.
Warm beers.
GT is a Patreon member in the Discord, supporting us on Patreon and still giving super chats.
Love you, GT.
That's what I like to see. Thank you, dude.
Good man.
That is what we need. That's what we need, and we're gonna chug one for you, dude. Let's see. We already missed this one. The fact that Trevor Lawrence makes $55 million a year. Well, Kyler makes that much, and so does Tua. So it's just an epidemic in the NFL. These teams, I get why they do it. They don't want to lose the asset. But there's a point where you're hamstrung now. The Cardinals are hamstrung. I think Trevor still is better. I'd rather have Trevor than Kyler Murray and Tua, though. I mean, that's not saying much, right? It's like
that's again. So everybody, let's just put this into a quick vacuum. Like I said earlier, what I said that I believe it's going to happen with Trevor Lawrence is that he's going to leave the Jaguars. He's going to go to a team that has a good coaching staff. They're going to turn him around. If we're putting into a vacuum and you're putting those 3 quarterbacks in a vacuum with a good with Sean McVay. Trevor Lawrence is coming out on top, probably by a mile over those other two.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be like a good, better bet. So like the good will be Kyler, better would be Tua, and the best would be Trevor Lawrence.
July says, what do you guys think about Josh Jacobs? I got offered Saquon for him. I'd rather have Saquon than Josh Jacobs. It's close.
I saw that. I saw him say that earlier. I was waiting until he came out, but I was going to go Saquon.
They're both a little nicked up, but like it's Saquon Barkley, dude. It's Saquon Barkley. They're using Emmanuel Wilson a little bit more there. It's Saquon Barkley.
Better team, and better talent. Not by much, but Saquon. I mean, maybe not. He is by much because Saquon's a Hall of Fame talent at this point. So, yeah.
And it's also like I'm of the belief that you're going to get. Josh Jacobs is way higher in the ranks right now. He's had a better year, but they're going to finish close together. So you're going to get more production from Saquon than you will. Josh Jacobs will still be fine. He's still going to be an RB1 going forward, like from this point to the end of the year. But like Saquon has a chance to finish as the RB1, or maybe not because of JT. He has a chance to finish right around, where Gibbs and Bijan. We'll have to get into Bijan a little bit. Like he's going to be a top 3 running back. I see you rolling your eyes. We'll get into that in a second. It's rough. It's fucking rough. I don't get it. Sam Darnold and Prater didn't do well for me. In a different way, I started Garrett Wilson. Can't win them all. Prater, yeah, he's done. I don't know. When the hell is Bass coming back? Sam Darnold, what's Sam Darnold supposed to do? They had 2 defensive touchdowns. Like, he did well. He was going to have another huge game. But the problem is the Seahawks are winning all these games 28-0 in the first quarter, right? It's like.
And what's funny is JSN still, even like today, he put up like 18 or 19 points. Like he didn't put up a 40, 30, even 20, high 20 burger, but it's like an absolute blowout. And like the fact it was 35-0 or 30, whatever, I think it's 35-0 or 35-7, whatever it was in the second quarter with 7:45 left. Like, dude.
I gotta call out this clown Patreon. He said, you said Josh Allen was the GOAT. Gonna blame his weapons, gonna blame his coach. What's the excuse now? I never said Josh Allen was the GOAT. I said Josh Allen's the most talented quarterback I've seen play football. I said he's more talented than Joe Montana. I didn't say he was the GOAT. I didn't say he had the accolades. I just said talent. Yes, he had a bad game. Like, congratulations. I don't like hide behind things I say. I will admit to when I say things that are wrong. And this game didn't prove what I said wrong. He lost the game. He played bad. His weapons are terrible. McDermott's not a great coach. Keon Coleman can't separate it all. He is done. Even the touchdown. Do you see how that guy was draped all over him, dude? And like, so Shakir's a nice player, but like, whatever.
He's a good slot wide receiver 3. That's what he is.
Yeah, it's not good. He'll be fine. Jason, Big Ray, if your beers are warm, does that mean you have the sweats? Oh no, are they warm?
Yeah, I mean they're the ones from yesterday. I guess.
Are you ready? Here we go. Love it.
Yeah.
Patreon joiner, like you're just kind of an ass.
I'm gonna go take a piss and I'm gonna put a couple beers in the freezer. So I'll be right back.
I'm gonna pound a couple questions here while you're gone. Here we go. Here's the thing, man. I don't want you to get deleted because you say like you can go against what I say. You can say I'm wrong because I am wrong sometimes, brother. But you just come in here all the time just saying stupid shit, and that was a bad game from Josh Allen. I'm not a Bills fan. I just think Josh Allen's a great quarterback. And yes, today was rough, but his ability is not really the question, and I don't think it was really his fault they lost the game. Their defense gave up, 30 fucking points to the Miami? Not making excuses. Is Tez a sneaky good flex rest of the season, or was this a lucky game? No, Michael, I've been saying Tez Johnson was a must-start, honestly, a top 36 guy, and he doesn't have the body type to do what he's doing. He's getting 9-10 targets a game. He's getting red zone targets, end zone targets. The guy is besides Otten, I think it's Otten. Otten's 2A, he's 2B. And in terms of target pecking order, but he's getting the high value targets down the field. He's an explosive player, and he's tied to Baker Mayfield. Give me all that. All I can get. This was the Jets' Aaron Rodgers, Blake. Unfortunately, you saw the throw to Gainwell at the end of the game there where he ducked down. That was what doing the Jets, scared to get hit. Earlier in the year, he was not doing that. I think he knows that, like, they had no chance to win this game. So you know how Aaron Rodgers can kind of be a pouty bitch. We love Aaron Rodgers, but that's the knock I'll give on Aaron Rodgers. He can kind of be a pouty bitch. Where like, Brett Favre, for instance, would never do that. He's going to stand in there. But yeah, he'll be better. I say this. Jameson Williams, Rome says Drake May MVP. Yeah, he is the leader for MVP right now, Rome. Jameson Williams, best game of the year so far today. I was right about 100+ yards prediction. Damn straight you were, Hetzer. He should have had a second touchdown too, man. He also had a drop at the end of the game, but they were actively getting Jameson Williams the ball, which is nice to see. They need him. He's a guy that offers that offense something besides Gibbs at the running back position that no other skill player offers. Speed, and elite downfield ability. That would have been nice, dude, if he did it. But you know what? These highly competitive guys are the greatest of all time, or in the running like Aaron Rodgers is. They don't walk away until it's done. They can't, right? They just can't. It's just too hard. I understand it. Sven, down by 18, still have AJ Brown either week. In other week, I'm down 39 with Jalen Hurts and Devonta Smith left. The stack's nice, bro. You just need a deep touchdown or one touchdown to Devonta Smith and like 100 yards from Smith, and Hurts to have a couple rushing touchdowns. Down 18 and AJ Brown.
Dude, the only thing is like we talked about. The only problem, like I've talked about, man, because I had Devonta Smith last year. The dude is literally like the talent is 100% there. He won a Heisman. It's just that for whatever reason, he literally loses and wins your game. He's literally of a 0 to 100. Jekyll and Hyde, hot and cold. Like it's the weirdest thing. He'll get you 2 to 3 points, then he gets you 30. It's weird. 100%. I don't
know. Michael, I got a question for you, Ray. He said, what do you guys think about the fantasy footballers? Do you watch them, Ray? I know you know about them. Do you like them?
The fantasy footballers? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Of course I like them. Why not? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't like.
I don't know.
I used to actually watch them. Yeah. I feel like they're worse. They're worse than they used
to
be.
I don't even know who they are. I was just being nice, to be honest. I don't know who
they I feel like they sold out. All they do is talk about their own leagues, and I play in 25 leagues. My wife plays in 11 leagues. I could do a whole show just talking about my leagues. I talk about my bets because I'm trying to minimize money, and I give you the bets ahead of time. But like, no one cares about our leagues. We care about your leagues. And in general, they're just such a PC. The problem is, Ray, they're a PC show, and like they're trying to be funny. And it's really hard to be funny if you can't swear and say like off the cuff crazy shit. So they do the best they can. They're all friends. The production's amazing. Way better than our show. And it's probably a better show than ours. I just personally, obviously I play a lot of fantasy. I don't learn a single good thing from their show. I know everything they're talking about. I don't learn any stats. I don't think they watch all the games. They have kids and shit. Like Matt Harmon, that's a dude to watch. I learn a lot from Matt Harmon. And it's like, that's saying a lot, dude, because I watch all these games back. I watch them live. I watch the replays. I watch the all 22. I read all day about football. Like I'm literally jerking off the football, not porn. So Matt Harmon's a dude if you want to watch a show.
Well, I guess I guess we'll put it this way, guys. You know, everybody listening right now, I'm in 4 leagues. Rob said he's in, upwards of 40 with his wife's leagues. But here's the thing, like, if I really wanted to, all I could do is just sit there, every question, revert back to the league me and Rob are in. I really don't try to bring our leagues up as much because there's just like no reason for it. I just more bring it up for just like funny facts or just funny points.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like to his point, why do you guys give a shit about our leagues? Like we wanted to help you guys. That's what the show is here for. But I mean, now if I have a player, you'll know because I'm going to tell you which way or another, whether they're like Keon Coleman, I drafted him. Well, he sucks. That's why I drafted him. You know what I mean? Like I was just done with him. Get rid of him. You know what I mean? But again, we're not going to sit here and harp on our teams. We want to help all you guys, and that's what we're here for. Again, we may bring up our teams, but I guess if that's what those guys do, they just talk about their leagues all the time, then yeah, like that's just not as valuable to watch.
But it's like 15 minutes and 15 minutes of an hour is about their league of record. It's like, dude.
So that's still a quarter of it. I mean, that's a lot,
Give a shit.
Like
they also answer like 3 mailbag questions that people email them. I'm answering a fucking 500 questions a day, so it's fine. I'm not trying to. They're way better than I am. I don't think they know football like I do because I think they're sold out. They have this contract. I don't think they're really watching the games, bro. Like I think they get stats. I don't think they're really watching all the games. And Bray, I'm watching every single game, and I have been for 10 years. And also I'm consuming other media to bring you the things I learned from them. They're not watching shit. They're playing like 3 leagues. I don't appreciate that's their job, and they're bitching about having to work on a Friday. I've been doing this for free essentially. It's not work because I love doing it. They clearly don't love it anymore. That's all. That's just what my observations are. That's why I stopped watching them. I used to watch the fantasy footballers. I won't watch a second anymore. I watch Matt Harmon. That's what I watch.
I guess I hate fantasy football these days. I'm done with it. I just don't hop on this call whenever you just need call the red. Say his name and he appears. He is the Big Ray.
You got to get that cut out for me. Guy in last place was panicking and offered me Derrick Henry and Judkins for my London and Kamara. I was asleep and it was sent, woke up and it was canceled. Yeah, that's an accept, bro. Henry and Judkins for London and Kamara. Kamara is like barely an RB2. He looked good today, but Henry and Judkins, like I love London. That's me saying London's one of my favorite players in fantasy, and I think a top 5. You heard it here. I said it preseason. I say it now. Top 5 receiver in fantasy. But I want Derrick Henry and Judkins. Like, give me the fucking touchdown production, dude.
Yep. I mean, here's the thing. Like Rob, like I said, like the leagues are in with me. I've been drafting London, except this year. I love him, but yeah, I mean that I would do that trade for sure, dude. 7, do it.
Jason here with a super. How about Seattle scoring 44 points and who didn't score?
I'll tell you right now who didn't score. Let's see. Where is Seattle? Who
Look at the wide receivers, right?
Cooper Kupp. Because by the way, when he had that break, well, Tiny Dancer, of course, didn't score either.
Yeah,
but I'm saying I understand. I know. Jason, I'm sorry, but I'm having it because I have Cooper Kupp in the league I'm with Rob, and I didn't start him, but it's just funny. I was watching him run away, and one of that breakaway in the Rams years would have been a total touchdown, dude. He looks so slow, like he's Kupp.
Oh my god, he's a tight end.
He's so
tight end out there.
Right, he's a 5'9" tight end. I mean, I said, Rob, you saw that, right? Like he got that ball. I'm like, dude, holy shit, Cooper Kupp, mega touchdown. He got caught so easily. He looks so slow. I'm like, okay, that Rams Cooper Kupp is so long gone. Like he can catch still, but running routes is crisp and being speed. Ugh.
He's essentially a red zone guy now and a third. He's like what Keenan Allen is, but worse. Like he's a third down guy and a red zone guy, which is not valuable for fantasy besides the touchdowns. Real quick, if you have not subscribed to the channel, we have not got one this whole
What are you doing?
Hour. Well, there's 32 people in here. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, 7 days a week, 7 different guests. Jelly Pop down 40.5, down 40 points. I have AJ Brown and Josh Jacobs full PPR. Tell me I'm fine. I'll tell you why you're fine, Jelly Pop, is that they're not on the same team. If you had AJ Brown and Saquon Barkley, not likely to happen. They need to score 40 points. You could easily have a quarter where they both score a touchdown, and now you're only down by 22.
Shootout.
And, that's what you need, right? Or ideally a blowout by the Packers, because then you got Josh Jacobs getting the rock all the time when they have the ball and then them throwing the ball. Or a close game or overtime, you win automatically, pretty much. You got two of the best players.
Real quick, rank the options. I would personally say Josh Jacobs having a great game with the Packers blowing them out to where the AJ Brown at the throat for AJ Brown. That's my personal one. And then I think it would be a close game going to overtime, and then obviously what you said before,
Jason, just drinking some beers, watching the stream with Cops in the background. Brother, why are you so sweaty watching Cops? You touched my drum set? I know you did. Cops doesn't come on till 4. Why That's are you so sweaty?
Bad Rays. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when Ray rays you?
We don't know, Hetzer, what's going on with the Dolphins, man. That's insane. Blake says 0 catches is still insane for someone of the caliber of DJ Moore. In a game that they were winning and then they were losing. He should have had some, but the weather was rough. But like you said, he's a team guy first right now, and it'll be better days ahead for DJ Moore, right?
Oh, dude, again, unfortunately, here's the thing, everybody. This is unfortunately, if you haven't noticed, breaking news, the NFL has changed so drastically to where it's all about the scheme and all about the opportunities that the defenses give offenses. They don't give a shit anymore about, oh, you're our number 1, you're number 2. We're going to guarantee you an X amount of time of opportunity. That's not a thing anymore, guys. In the new NFL, it's just about how the offense schemes things and then who's the actual open player. And right now for this game, like I said, last week, Rome had 0 for 47 points, guys. That was all offense. It just wasn't in the cards for him that week. But this week, it was the same thing. It's very hard. I mean, like I said, look at all these different teams, dude. Chiefs, the
up and down. And speaking of that, Josh Allen's had a lot of bad games this year from Rome, Falcons, Patriots, Dolphins. I get it, up and down. It's been a bad year for Josh Allen, but he's fine. I am not one bit worried about Josh Allen. I'm worried about the Bills. I'm worried about what they got on offense there. I'm not worried about Josh Allen's performance.
Why are we freaking out about a guy that is a guaranteed top 5 no matter what? If he has a bad game, he's still top 10.
I was out here touting Josh Allen yesterday, and people are sticking it to me.
I was too.
Hey, did you also see the play? Did you see the play of Josh Allen ran around? It was a Madden play where he ran around.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, who else in the NFL? Lamar is the only other quarterback, and he's a tiny guy, right? Josh Allen's 250 pounds. Okay, maybe
I know.
Caleb at this point, right? But like I'm saying, like
I
that's what
understand. I know.
Michael Vick
I'm semi
in
joking,
Madden
but yeah.
2004. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Right.
Where it's like you got a bunch of computers and you just like it's almost like the game, the snake game where all of the guys following you or Pac-Man. Like I'm just saying that's the play right there. Whatever, it was a bad game, but like he has these plays and he's more than just a one play guy. I'm not worried about him at all.
Well, and again, real quick, just if again he's a top. His ceiling's 1, QB 1. His floor is QB like 10, dude. In my high school league, I have him. And now, granted, my high school league is my friends. We all set up to have a pretty high scoring league, but nonetheless, I guess still got 26 points out of him. So like as bad of a game as he had in that league, again, it's high scoring, but like the way we have points, but nonetheless, like don't worry about Josh Allen, guys. Seriously, like don't even bench him.
No.
Don't do it.
Yeah, Bears fan. I'm not worried about it in fantasy. I'm not worried about it in real life. Mahomes just had his worst game of his career. We're not worried about him. 44% completion percentage against that Bills team. We're not worried about it, Bears fan. And if it happens again and it starts becoming an epidemic, a little worried. But I'm not saying it's a bad year. It's just a bad stretch. That's what it is.
But real quick, Bears fan, dude. Like, here's the thing, dude, is that the NFL is literally it's the most finicky sport. Like it's literally there's a reason that the saying comes about any given Sunday. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Hey, Bears fan, have you forgotten what Josh Allen has looked like in the playoffs? Like he's looked unreal. Perfect. So the Bills at this point are trending right towards the playoffs. So I wouldn't be worried about him at all. Like the defense for them and their weapons, but him, no. They got the run game between him and Josh or James Cook is like next level. So I'm not worried about him at all.
Caleb looks fine. He's had slow starts. Ben Johnson is going to fix that. Ben Johnson's a great offensive coordinator. Better days ahead for the Bears offense. Doesn't mean they're probably. Here's the thing: the Bears are probably going to start losing games, but be play better on offense if that makes sense. Because they've been really, really winning some close games here that they shouldn't probably win. Even that Commanders game, they should have won it, but they should have lost it. Right? Like these kind of games, they're going to play better and be more professional, but they might run into some situations that is rougher for them. But I'm not worried about fantasy in their fantasy prospects because you didn't draft these guys that high in it. DJ Moore was your wide receiver 3, right? Roma Dunze was your back end wide receiver 3. Colson Loveland was not even starting tight end. DeAndre Swift was a back end RB2. So it's not like you're relying on these guys. They've all produced and they will continue to produce. So they're fine, dude. They're 6-3. Like, goddamn.
Well, like I said, one quick thing, dude. It's like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, why would you not trust Bears players in fantasy? I understand it's inconsistency, but the Bears are one of the best scoring offenses in the league right now. It's not even close. So
it's Ben Johnson,
for you,
Ben Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sorry. Like, if for you, I understand. Like when you see Roma Dunze have a 0, but then Roma Dunze had a 19 game today. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like when you have these teams, dude. Like again, real quick with the Bengals. Jamar Chase right now with Flacco is having the better time than T. Higgins, but then against the Bears, T. Higgins had the game over Jamar. It just happens. It's just the ebbs and flows of the NFL. It's a crazy fucking game. So like 100%. I would never just judge things on one game.
Mm-hmm. GT movie quote trivia. This is easy for us. I'm going to ask you because I know it. The clown has no penis.
Oh. That is Step Brothers when he wakes up.
We were just talking about it. Yeah. What kind of dreams are you guys having?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's like 10 o'clock. Wake up. You got a big day today.
Real quick, though, I'm not going to lie. If you just read that, the clown has no penis, I never would have got it. I'm not going to lie. Just like off the top of my head. But the way you said it, I knew immediately. When you said that, I was like, oh, that was Will Ferrell waking up with. Like, yeah, you guys have some weird fucking dreams. Say that, but yeah, exactly.
Here we go. Okay, we have this. Here we go. Look at this guy. Here he is again. You know who this is, buddy? Got a picture of me. That's awesome. I mean, I'm a celebrity now, so that's pretty cool. Zach up 31 with Dubs left to face. Left to face and a chance to get to 500 after losing Hampton, Bucky, and Bowers. Yeah, you're good, bro. Romeo Dubs is not going to have. He had a 3-touchdown game earlier in the year. I still don't think he scored 31 in that game in half PPR. So,
dude. Again, what I was just talking about, Zach, is that the NFL has changed, especially the Packers, dude. They have no number one. They don't have, like, right now, I'll tell you right now, if Devontae Adams was on the Packers, he'd be a bona fide number one. They don't have anybody like that. So don't worry. Romeo Dobbs is, I mean, I think he's probably the number one. And Christian Watson. Don't worry about it, though. They spread everything. And plus, don't worry about it. You'll find 31 points. If it happens, come back to us and I'll send you some beer money because that's fucked.
This is an interesting comment here from Justin. This kind of makes a little sense. Was Kamara tanking his own production until the deadline passed to stay in New Orleans? Hasn't had 25 touches since like week 2. I don't think he's had it all year. Or was today the anomaly? It's more of an anomaly, but you make a really good point, Justin, that I could see because he literally said he'd retire and he wants to stay in New Orleans. He knows it's a lost season. I don't think he'd necessarily do that, but I could see like somewhere in between those two things, right?
No. There's no like what? No. Like, okay, I wouldn't say at all. I'll give it about 70-30. 70-30 he didn't, but 30% he could because he's a name. If you're a no name like Bam Knight, you would never do that shit. You know what I mean? You like Bam Knight is like scraping at the gills to fucking like stay in the league. Kamara is a name. You know what I mean? So he can do a lot of things that a lot of other people in the NFL can't. So to be honest, I did scoff at the idea when I first read it, but now that I'm saying it out loud, he is a name and he's on a shitty team who needs him. So yeah, like honestly, I wouldn't disagree with that.
It wasn't really the Cardinals defense actually played okay. It was the fact they allowed 2 defensive touchdowns and also the Seattle's offense is humming. J-Bob, Birds for Super Bowl. Shout out J-Bob. We love J-Bob. Great appearance on Friday, man. Glad to have you on.
J-Bob, we'll see what happens tomorrow, my man. I hope they beat the shit out of the Packers. So because that means the Bears will be tied for first.
Kyler Murray, top 10 quarterback facts. Top 30, maybe. Unique. Sup, gentlemen. I need 40 points from Hurts and AJ tomorrow. Am I screwed? No, you got the stack, man. So, like I said, when you had like position players, you want players on different teams. If you have the quarterback, you want the stack because all it takes is AJ Brown to have 100 yards and a touchdown. You're looking at 18. Now you just need 22 points from Jalen Hurts. That's a tush push.
Well, real quick, right? Dude. Well, and here's the thing, man. That's Rob being nice for AJ Brown. Let's just say AJ Brown is a shitty game and he gets you 8 points. I'm sorry, dude. The odds of Jalen Hurts getting 32 is not like out of the fucking realm of possibility at all. Because that means exactly. That means like he's gonna get 2 rushing touchdowns and then 2 passing touchdowns. That's 28 points, depending your scoring. And even if it's not, that means that's still 20. So 24, and then all the yardage and all that. So like with rushing as well. I mean, you may not win, but don't be like thinking you're down and out, man. You're like definitely in the fight.
It comes down to this, Unique. If AJ Brown catches a touchdown pass, you are the favorite, right? Especially if it happens early in the game, you are the favorite because then you just need literally like 25 points the rest of the game from both of them outside of that one play. That's what you need.
Let's just say like the first 3 drives in the first. Let's say they have two or 3 drives in that first quarter, and he gets a touchdown, like Rob just said. Dude, you'll be dancing, man. Because like at that point, you got the hard part out of the way, and Jalen Hurts can do the rest.
Cruz, they still gave David Montgomery a hell of a lot of work, and they're going to continue to give David Montgomery a hell of a lot of work. But the reason Jahmyr Gibbs is a top 3 running back in fantasy while getting 50% of the snap share is because he's an elite top 3 running back in the NFL. He has one of the most diverse skill sets for fantasy that you want. Right? Touchdowns and receptions and big plays. And he's tied to an offense that can just roll out of bed and score 35 points. So like that's why the half workload works for him.
Did you happen to see that graphic they put up about all Hall of Fame running backs? I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember the exact stat. I'm sure I can look it up. But there was a graphic that Fox Sports put up, and it was like whatever it was, like I think it was total touchdowns or something like that, or like rushing and catching touchdowns through age, weight, range, or whatever. Every single one of those guys that did it are all in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
So, like they said on the TV, they're like, "Well, we're not saying he's in the Hall of Fame right now, but like, they're like, he continues on his trajectory. Like, he's going to be in the conversation for sure, like as he should be. He's a fucking talented man."
Hetzer, the Commanders are just done. I've been saying this since, I don't know, week 7, and then like the Jaden Daniels injury happened, but they're just done. The McLaurin thing's a mess. And how about Brian Robinson looking like, you said that touchdown run Brian Robinson had? That's what they need. That's what they need from JCM, and he can't, like, dude, he just trucked a linebacker.
Put some respect on Bill's name, okay?
JCM sucks. He sucks.
Oh, real quick, by the way, real funny. What was it? It was fucking Red Zone, dude. Red Zone before the game start, they put like how you do, put their little fucking bets on. Bill was on there. I was like, are you fucking assholes kidding me, dude? You're just literally fucking people over. What the fuck was that? I'm like, it was like 61.5 or something, or so over 61 rushing yards. I'm like, no fucking way,
it was
dude.
like 42, but that's still really high.
Well, whatever it was, whatever the number was, even I saw the number and I just laughed at it because it doesn't. Okay, if it was 45, I still laughed at it. That's how bad of a bet that thought that was. Because he clearly
Did Chris
showed
Rodriguez
it again.
get hurt or something? Because he was a starter. I
I'll
guess he did.
you.
He got injured. That sucks. So the Lions and Eagles going to get me. Game is going to look completely different. Yeah, I think so. We have Danny Dimes had Saquon, so we're kind of saying JT is better than Saquon, brother. I mean, he's a better running back. Saquon's a better receiver. It's close. They're similar talents. I give the edge to Saquon as an elite all-time back, but
okay, well, hold on, real quick, dude. Let's just put this to rest. JT is not as good of an athlete as Saquon. He's just not.
No. He's just more of a better pure runner, right? Like
power
runner.
Bro. Well,
that's the difference. But Saquon's a way better receiver. He has a 70, 80 reception season.
Rob, we got to read the question again, though, man. He didn't say better runner. He just said better. So I'm putting everything together.
He's not better.
Saquon, like no matter what, like no, Saquon is the better person or a better player because he can do everything overall much or at a higher clip than JT. Now JT is the better overall pure runner. That's not in question. It's not by far. Like Saquon's a great runner, but JT is like a pure. JT would be a fucking stud back in like the 70s. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. Like
yeah. Rome says you think JSN could have a chance at it? Not a chance in hell. He's not having that elite of a season. JT is. It's not saying it's not elite, but their defense is also so good. His production will falter a bit. It's still going to be 80 to 100 yards and a touchdown every week. JT might have 30 touchdowns.
Is he talking about? Was he talking about?
JCN.
For what?
JSN. Sorry, not JCN.
Yeah, for what?
He's talking about JCM for MVP.
no. I saw the question.
He's talking about Jackson Smith for MVP. I said.
Oh no. Again, dude.
If anything, Sam Darnold would get it, right? If anything, Sam Darnold could get it. Like
no receiver is ever winning it unless they they have to have Randy Moss in 2007. Randy Moss
but Tom Brady won.
I understand. There you go. So Rob has answered your question. No matter what, unfortunately, receivers ain't winning shit on the MVP. Don't ever.
Jason says, if you guys need fertilizer, I got a lot of it. That's also, I believe that is also Step Brothers, where they're trying to stop the sale of the house, and they got the KKK.
Yeah.
We got P in here. Isaac, what's going on, Isaac? Thanks for the free picks, brother. Easy bread. 7-0 today, gentlemen. 7-0 in the NFL. We are sitting at 47-25. We got a 7-10 stretch where it was rough. And we lost a little bit of money for you guys, but the whole season 47-25 in these even odds prop bets. We're smashing balls right now, boys. So again, hop your ass in the Discord, get in the Patreon, get access to the picks as I make them, so the lines don't change. They sometimes change 7 or 8 yards because I'm on the right side of these motherfuckers. So why not hop in there? Why not hop in there? Appreciate you, Isaac. Love you, man. Thanks for hopping in. I haven't seen you in a little bit.
Thank you, sir.
Miss you. Let's see. MVP Stafford is stat padding with TD plays Adams. Yeah, he is stat Padford. That is what they call Matt Stafford. And you know what? He does kind of deserve it, though, because you could say he is, but he's also killing it in the first quarter, killing it in the second quarter. Sean McVay is just, it's a fuck you tour, right?
I just can't believe you guys are even talking about this, dude. Like, seriously? Like, I don't give a shit.
Stop.
The guy's killing it.
If it's stat padding, stop it. Stop the player from doing it. Who cares? You know what? Jared Goff, Dan Campbell does all the time. I love it because my team was good enough to do it.
Right? No, that's what I'm saying. I just roll my eyes like it's like I don't give a shit. Like if like they stat pad. It's just like I understand that. Like of course, because again, here's the same thing. Everybody, if a good team stat pads, all shitty teams get garbage time. So it all evens out. So
that's a great call. Brock Bowers last year, all stat padding, right?
Oh, dude, honestly,
all garbage time.
I had him in one of my, and that I told you that team that I had, that all-time like crazy team I had that I didn't win. Again, being fantasy. But dude, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened every year last year, every game. Bowers would have a shitty first half, second half, 20 points. Boom.
Sean Alexander, Kentucky high school legend.
Yes, Blake, Sean
Alexander was awesome. We're one away from another chug, Ray. So get your beer ready.
Well, just let me know, or I got him in the freezer about I don't know. I think your arm wouldn't be able to throw that.
Etzer, this is Joe Flacco. It's not
Yeah,
Aaron
Hetzer.
Rodgers. You can't start Aaron Rodgers anymore. The days
Yeah,
of starting Aaron Rodgers,
I saw that. I saw that Hetzer when he put that. I was gonna say something, but obviously, dude, no, it's Flacco all day until further notice. Rodgers is just gonna hang on until he can't, and he's very well on out of 18 holes. He's on he's teeing off. No, he's chipping into the 17th. If not, he's teeing off at the 18th.
Jason, you guys both took the high road. I thought there'd be more argument between you and J Bob with your Eagles and Bucks. Next time I want a little bit more heated, but you guys were also professional and awesome, and I appreciate you guys coming on. It was a great show. Everyone fucking loved it. So thank you. It was a great show, guys. Hetzer said I was going to start Alec Pierce, but started Jameson Williams instead. I actually started Parker Washington in 3 spots over Alec Pierce. And I was watching that early game. I'm like, what did I just do? And then Alec Pierce did like nothing in the second half. And I'm pretty sure, I think Parker Washington outscored him. It was like, they both scored like 17. So, yeah.
Shout out Rob for Parker Washington.
I've been talking up Parker Washington for 3 weeks now. Now, some of it was back on a punt return touchdown, but you only get 6 for that. He looks good. Dude, that touchdown he had, I can't believe they called it a touchdown. How did he get a second leg in? What was that? He's like Gumby. The motherfucker's Gumby.
I'm just going to say, Rob, like I told you, dude, like when that injury happened to Hunter, all the questions were coming in about Parker Washington and free agency, and you barked it up, bro. And I'm going to tell you right now, because I have him in our balls deep, and I have him in my other league. And because he was just sitting there that Sunday morning. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I just dropped some other jackass and picked him up. And, well, now he's – until further notice. Yeah, exactly, right.
Because I didn't pick him up. And I had to start Demario Douglas and Jalen Lane because all my guys are hurt. My receivers are hurt or I'm bye. Titan style, J-Mo is an every week start. I've been starting J-Mo all year just because this is the player J-Mo is. It's been frustrating, but now you got 2 good weeks in a row. I feel like they're really, really making a concerted effort to get him the ball. And he is that dude, man. He is the difference maker in that offense. And you got to double cover St. Brown. Gibbs is popping. Laporta's looking good. It's not a comfortable start. He is the ideal like wide receiver 3. If you have good running backs, especially, he can get you 25 any week. That's what I like.
How about I play devil's advocate for you that Rob was just blowing you up on that? How about this? If you're not in the Discord, it would just be easiest for us to have an even greater answer for you on this because honestly, I don't like Jameson Williams. Again, I love him as a talent. The dude won a Heisman. It's just that his literal in both years he's been in the NFL. He's the same as God. Who was I just talking about the other earlier? That's a 0 to 100 for receiver.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
No, he's 0 to 50 maybe.
Yeah.
No, but nonetheless, like he's a guy that I was talking about Devontae Smith. He's the same thing, dude. Both Heisman winners in college, right? Receiver, and they are part of teams that have alpha ones that they are not the alphas. And I'm sorry that they just are so inconsistent that it's just I wouldn't say that it's a total, like I wouldn't. Again, I just want to know the rest of your team. Because if you have,
we gotta get the rest of your team. We gotta move on though. But yeah, again, join the Discord, get in the Patreon. It's $2 to get in the Discord.
He's not a bad play. It's just he's just so inconsistent. Just don't be.
Jason, we gotta get ready to chug. That's our 5th one again. And maybe we can get one more in here before we're done. It's not gonna be a 3-hour stream tonight either. I can get you maybe 2.5. If Reggie's got to leave, I can finish it off. We did 4 hours last night, guys, and we had people talking shit about us getting off after 4 hours. Which was kind of lowbrow because I'm on here fucking every night for like hours. And then anyway, Jason says Big Ray knows his meats, brother. Call him Tripod Ray. He's a meat guy. He's the meat guy. He's the meat dude.
Let me go grab this. Let me go grab this. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I'll get to some other questions. He is a meat guy, and we love Ray here because he's just crushing meats and questions as well. Let's see. This all fixed. I don't know what that means. NFL, it's not all fixed. There's just no way. Max says Kincaid, Johnson, Otten, rest of season for tight end 2 full PPR. I mean, it's Kincaid, but he's hurt, so I can't really say that. We don't know the severity of the injury. So, man, Juwan Johnson without Shaheed there, and Taysom Hill's just not playing tight end. He's playing wild quarterback and occasional running back. So, and Otten looks so good. I think I'm just going to go Otten, though, because he's tied to a better offense, And none of those receivers are coming back anytime soon. Godwin's not coming back. I don't think McMillan's coming back at all. Evans is out for the fantasy season. So it's odd. I'm going to rank it in reverse order just because Kincaid is nicked up, man. So they're all really close, though, Max. I'm still going Bijan, Bears. I'm still going Bijan. I know it sounds wacky, but he'll have better days ahead. This is Laporta for sure. I think I already answered that one. JMO doing good with new OC. They're just getting the ball more. They're going to need JMO. I think they realize they need the firepower there. They need him. Gabriel up 10. Opponent has Saquon and Dubs tomorrow. My cooks. Yeah, you're done. You're done. If you were just against Dubs, I'd say you might be done. Now you're against Saquon and Dubs. You're done. Sorry, Gabriel. Rob, do I need to purchase a tier for Discord? If so, I will do that this pay week. Still haven't gotten an email. Yeah, Max, I sent you a message on the Discord. You're in the free tier. If you gotta wait, I can get you in there now. We can work something out later, bro. So just check the Discord. Check the Patreon. I sent you a message there. Check the Patreon chat, and then I'll get you in there. We'll figure something out later, bro. We've been awesome on the show, so it's not a fucking big deal. But eventually, yes, it would be awesome if you could do that. I'll get you in there tonight if you want. Cruz, Lions, 2 sacks and no turnovers is super mid. Yeah, but their defense is looking better. It is looking better. And Hutchinson will have his days. He'll have a game where he has 3.5 sacks. That's what the dude does.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Shame I had they're still missing a couple in the secondary, but Hutchinson's not playing. I think he's still getting back to full form, and he will get back there. He came back, from the ACL. He will get back there. Are you worried about Hutch at all? Because I'm not. Mike Story's in here. Shout out Story. He's in Wisconsin right now. He's going to the game tomorrow night. He's gonna give us a little scoop. Shoot us a video story, and we'll play it on the stream tomorrow night.
So you're asking me. So say the question again. I'm sorry.
I don't know. We moved on.
All right.
GT. Well, I don't know. I went through like 10 questions. GT, late to the show, but good to see the sweats in full chub. Max, still worried about Judkins, but the one thing I'm really regretting that would have won me this week is playing Kincaid over Kittle. Oh yeah, Kittle you just got to play Kittle every week. I mean, because you drafted him, you missed. It's George Kittle, right? He plays every snap. He's been blocking a lot this year, but he's
a Hall of Fame tight end, dude. It's a Hall of Fame tight end. Why are you not playing a Hall of Fame tight end? I'm just gonna leave it at that. While he's healthy, at least.
Titan style, they're not trading Joe Burrow. I mean, it might be smart for their franchise, but they would also fuck it up, so they wouldn't do that. Buddy the Elf, this is a long question. I'm just going to read it to myself and give you an answer. Man, buddy, I can't. It's just too much. I did 4 hours last night. I just can't. You got to put this in the Discord, buddy. You got to join the Patreon and get in the Discord. That's just your whole roster. I need to see it also in a picture. Like, it's going to take me 5 minutes to go through this. And I'm going to give you probably a bad answer. I will be more than happy to go through it for 10 minutes and look at other squads in your league and help you actually make a good trade. So if you want to do that, link in the description for the Patreon. Because it was just a lot. It's a lot. And you have a good team. I'll say that. Titans, sadly, no. So that's not for me. Sweat, baby. That's Bloodhound Gang.
Hey, real quick, I was saying the Titans fucked up by not taking Jackson Dart, right?
No. Jackson Dart was barely a first-round grade. I mean, I'm saying we were wrong. The community's always wrong, and Mel Kiper and all these fucking guys. But no, it wasn't close. Like he was not a number 1 overall pick. He was raw, and the worry was he was Will Levis, bro. That was the comp. I'm just telling you. And you know how it goes. And like somehow Brian Dable is really good at like
really or you
quarterbacks.
He actually gave him the proper comparison of what he is right now for his rookie season. Josh Allen
coming out of college, yes, but coming out of college is comp with Will Levis, bro.
Josh Allen. I mean, maybe not big of an arm, but he's clearly just as athletic. Maybe not like physically. Let's say like big man physically. Yeah.
Story, if you're in here, let me know your thoughts on the Story. Is a huge college guy. He knows more than both of us. He watched this guy play.
No.
And let me know what the comp was. If I'm right with Will Levis comp. He was supposed to be really raw. I just want to hear. And Cam Ward's supposed to be that guy. It was a bad draft year for quarterback. But yes, in hindsight, he does look better. Blake says warm beer would have me literally clawing my eyes out. My wife drinks warm beer. She doesn't care. She'll take it cold, warm. I'm like, dude, gross. All right, you ready to chug?
Well, yeah, because this isn't cold, so don't worry, Brick.
DK, yeah, DK. I sprinkled a bet on DK. I didn't make it an official play on beating the odds. Thank God. It was 49.5 was his number.
I hate to say I told you so, but I did tell you that was one of your picks that I wasn't a big fan of, just because it's like
that was last week. This one was last second this week. It didn't count. I didn't make it. It was a half unit.
Okay.
I just sprinkled a little bit.
Okay,
On it.
as long as it doesn't count. Because you say you're 7-0, so yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, you're right, 100%.
Yeah. Here we go. No, he had 6 yards last week. 6 yards.
Yeah.
Hey, I like losing like that. It wasn't painful. It was.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I'd rather do
that. Here we go. And then Jason says, "Can I get a brick flare?" You know what that is?
Woo!
I was on here with Chaz, and he lives, he's in like a college apartment, and he's like, dude, I can't, he'll wake up my neighbors. I was like, it's college. Like, Jesus, you should be pounding girls against your bedstand.
Pounding
cares about your neighbors. Yeah, right? That's what I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bad influence. DK was awful.
I guess I'm weird to think that. Not.
And good call. Aaron Rodgers was more awful than DK, but DK is literally getting double coverage with a safety shadowing over top. He has no shot. I don't know if you could start DK. Like, his touchdown upside's nice because he is good in the red zone, but like, they got to do something because all these tight ends that they have running out there, they have no speed.
Well, if you have 3 receivers starting, he's a wide receiver or a flex option at this point.
It's not good. I love DK, bro. You know my love for DK.
As much as some crap, but yeah.
Here we go. I talked a lot of shit about Sauce Gardner, and he missed a couple. He's a pussy tackler. He had that one play where it should have been a pick six, but he dropped it. That was a really nice play. He had the break in the ball.
I thought of you, dude. I thought of you right away when I saw that. I was like, oh, Rob called that shit out. I mean, again, I'm not totally giving up on the guy, but it's just like,
he'll be fine. I'm just saying this. He's not a top corner in the NFL. He's not the money and the draft picks. He's not worth that. This team needed it though. But I'd rather have Patrick Surtain on the Bears and give up 3 first-rounders than just to acquire Sauce Gardner for free. Is that crazy to say? Patrick Surtain's that dude. He's worth like 3 defensive players, dude.
So how about I say this? You're not wrong what you just said, but it's even more crazy that the Colts might end up fucking themselves because what if Danny Dimes is New York Danny Dimes? And they just said, like I said, Friday or Thursday, they said, oh, we believe in him as a franchise quarterback. And then
Blake says Tiny Dancer might not ever score again at this rate. I mean, they're not giving him the goal line work. He's not breaking long runs. What's the over under? What week is he going to score a touchdown? Is it week 14, 13, 12?
How about
You think he scores next week? I had a parlay, a four player parlay. I only do when I have boost, and that was the last one I lost on Kenneth Walker. He had a carry on the 3-yard line. I should have instead, but
hey, by the way, who the hell was the Houdini asshole who took that handoff for the touchdown that first?
Oh, George Helani? Dude, he has 3 touchdowns this year. He's pretty good.
I know.
What was that?
Fuck him.
What was that?
I don't know. I'm saying, fuck him, dude.
Even the announcer was like, Charbonnet with the touchdown. I'm like, that's not Charbonnet's
better
than that.
No, wait. That's not Charbonnet.
Bears fan, I don't always donate, but I tell my friends about your channel. I'm subbed and notifications on. That's cool, man. I mean, again, I would really appreciate it if you're going to be on here. I'm going to answer as many of your questions as possible. I do have to try to give some attention to the guys that are like more attention to the guys that are actually 100% in the community. Get in the Discord, Bears. That's what you can do. You don't need a super chat. Just get in the fucking Discord. That's one way you can help me out, and you get in the community. And like this show goes on 24 hours a day, my dude. Johnny.
And plus, you're a Bears fan, bro. Me and Rob are Bears fans. Like, dude, like, come on.
Johnny, I'm up 15. I have Jalen Hurts, and they have Saquon. Think I'm cool? Well, you're very cool, Johnny, in general. But yeah, you're totally fine. I mean, what the fuck is going to happen? If this was last year, you might not be fine because Saquon was a different level human being last year.
Whoa. Did you just try to be all super cool and nice like he is and be like, hey, what the fuck could happen? Well, I can tell real quick what could happen. A dude, helmet to Jalen Hurts' knee in the first quarter.
Oh, well, that's not. J-Bob will have a heart attack.
Well, I don't want that. I don't want any of that. I don't like people getting hurt. I'm just saying anything can happen. So you just said what the fuck could happen. Well, I'm just giving you what the fuck could happen.
I've already played Kenneth Walker a bunch, Jason, so I got something for you. You know who I want to talk to? Ray, do you know who I want to talk to?
I want to talk to Samson.
I want to talk to Samson. Climb her to the moon like that bitch out of.
Ooh, I missed Story's comment. He gave his Jackson Dart thing. I'll get back to the chat in a second. So he says, here it is. Here we go. Biggest question mark with Dart coming out was that could he run a pro style offense having come from both USC and Ole Miss? Well, Levis was thrown around as a comp, but another one that was out there was Bo Nix and Christian Ponder, believe it or not. Those are not ringing endorsement names, right? Now, he's more physically gifted than Bo Nix and Christian Ponder. And again, Will Levis was very physical gifted. That dude's huge, fast, strong arm. That was why I gave the comp, because it was a raw quarterback that had tools. And the problem is Will Levis just was hopeless. Like, that was really bad. And Jackson Dart has gone the other way. He looks polished, bro. Polished.
Well, and so I'll believe everything Story said because Story watches way more college football than me. I'll just say this, that I watch the NFL all the time. Jackson Dart is looking a lot like a Josh Allen mold. Again, not physically as big to be able to take all the hits and all the craziness with that, but just with the rushing aspect and just the off the cuff plays and just being able to just make plays happen, and just get the job done. Like, when I say get the job done, I'm not saying like average. It's like getting it done. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm saying, like, especially with Josh Allen, like, he was not that great. Like, he was not as good as Jackson Dart is right now when he was a rookie, but he was not bad. And just with the development, and especially with the way that they have, come together, I think that it would help with that. So, like, I'm saying with Jackson Dart becoming like a better quarterback, like, especially next year.
Right. Rejoin the stream. It's laggy. Rejoin it. I'll go along for a little bit. I see that it's laggy. So, Max, the reason that the Browns they didn't pull out that game is that the Jets had 2 punt return, kick return touchdowns in the first quarter. So that's the reason why. And Dylan Gabriel is fucking awful. Ryan says Chiefs will have to make the playoffs. That's a weird ass comment, but Titan style, he'll get a Cowboys jersey, and he's an Eagles fan if that happens. Considering the matchup, I might be desperate enough to start. Sean Tucker looks good, man, and I don't think Bucky's coming back. So, actually, it's 112. Want to be technical, but Gabriel had more passing yards, and that's tough to do. Dylan Gabriel's terrible. Here we go. Let's see if this is better. Let me know in the comments if this is better, boys. What's up? Sven, go Birds. But yeah, I agree. Chiefs are protected. Doesn't matter how much they hate. They'll get in general because it's the Chiefs, and they're still going to win 10 games. It's the Chiefs. I'm not worried about the Chiefs. They have actually a really good team this year. So Kamara is also old for his role. It's just Father Time. It is Father Time, but he's startable, right? After this performance, you're comfortable starting Kamara?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm comfortable, but you don't necessarily have any better options. Later, Story. Thanks, man.
Damn it, Ray. It's fucking lagging again. Try it one more time. Because I can watch it. It's really laggy. Sorry about that, boys. Michael Story reporting from Crevitz, Wisconsin. I'm a pilgrim in unholy land, sent here to a mission to jinx Dubs and the Packers for y'all. What a guy! What a guy! What a guy! And a good profile pick too. I got Monty. Wouldn't give him up cheap ever. Most weeks he's middle or lower of the pack, but upside is way too high to get rid of him. Yeah, he's fine. And the thing is, you have the inherent upside of it. Jahmyr Gibbs injury. Knock on wood. God forbid. You have a top 10, top 6 running back, probably top 6 in Monty, and then number 1 RB with Gibbs if Monty gets hurt. So, damn, Chris Rodriguez got finally getting the work. JCM season again, I guess. All right, we'll see how this works. And
there's no lag on mine, but I don't know.
No, I know. It's not on ours. I can just see it on the actual stream, and that's what someone said. So we'll see how it is.
It was on you though. Like I left and I watched you for like a minute or two. Showed yours a little bit like
streaming here.
On my
Mine
phone.
was still like that.
Mm-hmm. On my phone at least, but
okay. I guess we're gonna have to see how it works.
It's probably me. It's probably Ray. You know, it's always Ray. Blame it on Ray.
No, I don't think it is. I don't know. But here's the thing: is sometimes it is me, and then when it's just me solo, it actually gets better. So sometimes it is me, but it can handle me and not you because you're odd to handle, Ray.
I mean, in worst comes to worst, I can always just pop it on my phone too and try to see if that's better. But is it still bad?
Oh, it seems better now.
Okay.
It's okay. It'll get better. Should I trade for Chris Olave if his owner is undervaluing him? Yes, you should. This was the performance we needed. And Tyler Shuck looks okay. He might get to the point where Spencer Rattler is, and the point is there's no Shaheed now. That's the key, right?
Yeah, I mean, and plus on top of it, again, like we talked about, which Shaheed getting traded, Olave is the guy, and Johnson, Juwan Johnson seems to be also the guy, also turning it up. So.
Down 51 points with Barkley, Devonta, and Goddard going tomorrow. Do I have a shot? Yeah, bro. 3 players. I know they're on the same team, but it just need a shootout. You're good. You're good. I'm not worried.
Especially to be perfectly honest with you, I think Philly could blow them out. So.
Yeah, it's choppy. We're gonna try to. No, we're not 24/7. We're 3 hours a night though. Tonight's gonna be shorter because the stream is having some issues. Sometimes it's just YouTube as well. Has these issues.
Okay, so I'll try my phone.
Okay. No, we're not football. We do basketball once football's over. We do a lot of things in the offseason, man. This show is literally 365 days, or at least 52 weeks. We might take a couple of days off in the non-football season, but we'll see. Peace out, Story. Next Thursday, we will see ya. We will see ya. Have fun at the game tomorrow if you're still in here. It's going to be a great night when you're pissing in your driveway. I love pissing outside, Jason. Is there anything better in the world than pissing outside? I don't think there is. Here we go. We're actually cut up to the chat. So I'll see if it's still lagging. Damn, this sucks. This really happens. But, it wasn't going to be a long show tonight anyway. Last night, 4 hours. Doing the 4-hour show, chugging all those drinks and just staying up so late and then having the early game was just rough on me. Now, I'm no bitch, boys. But tomorrow will be a longer show. I was supposed to have a special guest on. His name's Hastings, Mike Hastings. He's an awesome dude, and he's going to start coming on the shows as well. Super knowledgeable. He's the guy in the Discord that put that really long description of the games and his predictions. Dude knows his shit. I don't know why y'all think Green Bay is going to blow out. It's going to be a close game. Dom, I'm not worried about Bijan at all. I'm worried about his usage, but they're going to have to change it because they're losing games. Tyler Allgeier's fine, but they need to run the ball, and they didn't throw the ball to him today. That's the problem. Usually, if they don't give him enough carries, he'll be fine. It's Bijan Robinson. His talent's too elite. It's literally him and Drake London. That's all they have there. So I'm not too worried about Bijan. What are your guys' thoughts about Bijan? Definitely buy low. I mean, if you can, right? Big Ray is lagging from all that meat spin. He eats a lot of meat. I do too. I had 12 wings. Dude, they had a deal at the bar. It was, and it's not cheap where I'm at. It's not super expensive. It's not cheap. It was 12 wings, 12 smoked wings, and a pitcher of, what was it? What kind of beer was it? Not Lagunitas. It was, what the hell is the Philly beer? It was a pitcher of that, the Philly beer, the old Philly beer, but a pitcher of that 5% beer for $20. I was like, yeah, I'm in. I'm definitely in for that. It was amazing. So I had all that, and then I had an appetizer. So I am full to the gill. I drank the whole pitcher, and now I'm just trying to tackle down this last brewski here. All right. So I think it's still lagging. Yingling, that's the one. Yeah, I can never think of the name. I had the thick one. And $20 though for it was 12 wings that are usually $18. And I'm guessing a pitcher of Yingling, which is 5 beers, is probably $20. So it was like half off. That was a special. I'm like, yeah, sign me up. And my dad was paying, so I always try to get value when someone else pays for me. Like it's like you hate when you pay for someone else and they get the most expensive thing in the menu and like gets shots. It's like that's kind of disrespectful. This is my father. He doesn't give a shit. But yeah, it was a good time. Is this actually working again? Is it still lagging, guys? Let me know if it's still lagging. So I hear myself. It doesn't sound terrible. Anyways, I did not plug. Yeah, still laggy, damn it. I am obligated to plug TradeFan. If you guys want to check this out, promo code PROFAN on TradeFan. Daily fantasy. I got my own contest over there. 100% match deposit up to $100. My tournament's $3. NFL jackpot. 3 longest touchdown scorers. You can pick 3 guys. No salary caps. No draft. You can pick anyone. Anyone can pick anyone. You can go deep dive players. You can take guys like George Halani, or you could just take your studs. And 157 entries. Play against me. Play against Story. Play against the guys. That's TradeFan, and it is promo code PROFAN. Link is in the description, boys. Check that out. And then we're going to have NFL stuff or NBA stuff too once the NFL season's over. Jason says, Blake, 27-17 under the 44.5. Go, Pack, go. So Jason's predicting the Packers win. I have no read on this game. I think both teams are very good, and I can't tell you one way or the other. I guess if I had to choose, it might be the Eagles, but I'm not actually. I don't usually bet on lines, so I wouldn't touch this game. I like props. I got to figure out the props I like. I'm going to do that tonight and figure out a play because I am on a heater right now, boys. What's going on, Raymond?
I know, dude. I was trying to find your email on my phone. It is not popping up. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I hear you. You're good. Over under 1.5 tampon pushes.
Always over. It's always over.
I'm going over and over under 3.5, and I would go over on that one, brother. Right?
Yeah, it's always over, dude. With that shit right now, until it's banned, it's always the over.
Yeah, we actually caught up to the chat, right? Can you believe it?
Yeah, of course. That's why.
I crushed. We'll stick around for a minute or two. Ray's eating some meat and see what we have. Dom predicted 27-17, but also been in favor of the Eagles. Some locks, in my opinion, are Dubs over 4.5 receptions and Green Bay under 12.5 first half. Yeah, I don't like receptions. I like betting yards. Ray, give us your Monday night preview here while I go take a pee. Thank you.
So here's the thing: is that I'm going Eagles but it's going to be a closer game, Dom, than I think it's going to be that 27-17 game because the Packers know what happened in the division this week. The Bears and the Lions are hot on their ass, and they understand that if they don't win this game at home, they're in some deep shit. I want to say deep shit, not like not making playoffs deep shit, but they're in a position to where they thought that they were going to, when they traded for Micah Parsons, they thought they were going to be the hot shit in the NFC. Well, if they lose this game against the Eagles at home, which to be honest, I'm with you. I think they will, but I don't think it'll be a 10-point spread. I think it's going to be a more field goal-ish, 4 to 3 point spread. Or not spread, just like outcome. And locks over 4.5 for Dubs, dude. It's so hard, man. I mean, the guy
There's a lot of injuries there, right? That's why it's like you don't know who's there. Everyone's hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I would say this: Love does like Dobbs.
Yeah, number one.
He does like Dobbs.
Only time that Hurts and Saquon are plus money for TDs probably will change tomorrow, though. Wow, that's they're expecting a low-scoring game. Then that's the case, for sure, dude. That's wild. They're plus money for anytime touchdown score.
Well, let me just do a real quick answer to what I was going to ask. Let's pull up radar. Yeah. Go on to the next thing.
GT says everyone loves Raymond. I was telling a story about Ray Romano, who everyone loves Raymond. He had a pretty bad hooker prostitute addiction.
Oh, did he? Good for him. Good for him.
Not so surprising with the a celebrity of that stature, right? But just like you don't have to pay for it, brother.
Hey, so
I'm gonna play a meme.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here, this one doesn't work.
So
this one
Trev,
has aged badly.
We picked you in the second round. You know what that means?
I finally get to run the ball?
Nope. Means we're barely going to use you. You'll underperform, underdeliver. Meanwhile, we'll still win the division the Patriots way. Any undrafted players who want this job? Anybody? Anyone?
Sports Memes channel, everyone on YouTube. Go take a look at that. That's where all these come from. He gives me access to them. He puts them out earlier, so if you want the fresh ones, go there. Appreciate him. That is Matt from the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, what are you doing? Here you go. Shout out to the Patreon members. Shout them out, gentlemen. A lot of good perks in there. We're gonna get ready to
Hey, real quick, did he
playoff fantasy league?
Did he hear about my buddy just randomly call me about that?
No, I'll tell him that he found it.
I was like, just please tell him, because like I said, dude, like the guy who called me, like, I would consider him a good friend, but like it's just the fact that like he said I was randomly watching your thing, and he's like I love those. He literally said specifically, I love those videos you put on there, like those little like animated memes, like, or not memes, but like reels. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's Sports Meme channel, bro. Shout out, man. Love them.
Jason, why didn't you say these comments about the Eagles and J-Bob was on? I wanted to hear them fighting words, bro. You called them cool.
Well, it's funny because we got fudge packers and queer birds, so
Damn straight. If you guys are not subscribed, Dom, Vigilante, all you guys, you're not subscribed, what are you doing? 7 nights a week, 7 different guests. Ray as the ultimate swingman. He's also a swinger, which is awesome. You want to get in the community, you want to join the Discord, you got to join the Discord, boys. This conversation, this chat, this show, yes, we're not live in video, 24 hours a day with 60 people in there answering all your questions, having a good time. It's the place to be, as Frank Costanza once said at Seinfeld. It's the place to be. So what do you got there, dog toy?
Yeah, my dog fucking ripped it. But when you put I
got a dog toy too. Check this one out.
Well, that's not a dog toy, everybody. That's an inappropriate toy.
Dom,
okay,
the link to the Patreon's in the description. It'll give you all the details. You just got to go to the you just got to go. Jason says he was sober. Dom, you just got to go to the Patreon, and you'll get all the details of how to do it. There's different levels. If you want to actually like play fantasy leagues with us, you want free merchandise, you want to come on the goddamn show.
You want to actually come on top of us?
There's a lot of different things. There's a lot of good stuff. Whatever you want to do, man, appreciate you. I'll get the email when you sign up, and I'll get you in the Discord, and we can chat. Titan style, except that trade.
Look at the Discord, Tom. It's literally, it's not a 24/7 chat. It's about 22-hour chat. About 4 to 6 a.m.
Our connection still sucks, so we got to end this one. This connection still sucks. Jason, thank you, my dude. Jason funded this whole show, so yeah, the connection still sucks. We'll have a better day tomorrow. Tomorrow night, everyone, if you can still hear me, 10:45, same time as night, 10:45 p.m. Central. That is the full Week 10 recap, Monday Night Football recap. We'll look ahead to Week 11, all that kind of good stuff. Trump Forrest, do you think I could put up 51 points between Barkley, Devontae, and Goddard? Yeah, you can, for sure. You have the best players on the team, so. Love the trade, Titan. Jalen Hurts over 7.5 rush attempts is a good bet. Last 5 games has been under. That's a good call right there. That's a good call. Scott, I'm gonna hook it up, man. So you're in the you're a Professional Fanatics. So the people in the top 2 tiers, and especially the Professional Fanatics, are all in the running for free giveaways this month. I'm gonna do that drawing here in about a week. And then once I get more, I could start selling them. I don't have that many to just give to everybody, but you can get a free one, and you will. There's not many people in there, so in the next couple of months, you will get one. Scott, private message me on the Discord, Scott, if you know how to do that. Give me a DM in the Discord, and we'll figure something out, bro. Because you've been helping me out a lot. So, I don't know if you guys can still hear me because it's kind of choppy up this bitch. Yeah, this sucks. I hate bad connection. It sucks.
All right, well, good night, boys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hey, tomorrow night. Love you, man. I'm getting off too. So everyone, stay positive. Thank you for all the super chats and just kind words, and everyone's awesome. Stay positive. Love your life and respect each other. We'll see you tomorrow night, 10:45. Thank you, Ray. 10:45 p.m. Central. Tomorrow's stream be a little longer. Probably do 3 hours tomorrow night. Right,
yes, sir. I'll figure it out.
Thank you guys.
Hey, boys. Thank you.
Peace. Max up 30 points. Opponent has Goddard, Smith, Elliott. You're probably cooked, but you never know. You can't have Elliott have like 2 field goals and you're fucked. All right, that's it for me. Last question. Sorry, I got to get out of here. We did 4 hours last night. I still got 2 hours and 10 minutes, and the problem is that the stream sucks. It's laggy right now, so I'm not going to give you a lesser product. I'll take a little bit of a breather and get some sleep tonight if I can. Love y'all. Stay positive. Again, respect.